from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AMD Ryzen and Windows 11 present the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Crucial. We are back with another set of games as we today are heading into the round of 16. The round of 32 just got concluded about half an hour ago, and with all of those matches being done, we've come forward with another set of teams who are now going to be playing for the last 8 spots to get into the quarterfinals and get a step closer to that prestigious top 2. And for those of you who don't know, go and check out our socials. It is out right now. We have a wild card event, which means that the teams that are going to be finishing 3rd and 4th in the qualifier 1 and 2, which we've already seen the qualifier 1, those teams will have another chance where out of those 4 teams, only one can make it through to come to the final spot in the LAN. I'm pretty sure nobody saw this coming, and quite honestly, I didn't either until I saw the post myself. But we do have a wildcard event. Go check out our socials on Instagram. That's exactly where we put it up. And yeah, it's quite an interesting development of events over here, Aggressive, isn't it?
Something that none of us were mentally prepared for, but hey, more to it, because if you want that prize pool of 15 lakhs, then you got to fight for it. And TC here, we're giving an opportunity to every single team out there to take on these top dogs over on the tier 1 scene, going up against Orangutan, Enigma, and also Velocity. It's not an easy feat, mind you, but hey, if there's anyone that's going to be able to do it out here in the community, they have one more chance to show for themselves. Of course, Qualifiers 2 has not yet been put to a halt. We don't know exactly which teams are going to be heading on down from this, but the 3rd and 4th teams, at least they have a safety net to go back on to see exactly if they're capable of taking on that wildcard position. So let's wait and see how everything goes out. But then again, some questions will arise. We don't really have the showing for exactly the wildcard here on our scheduling, but it doesn't matter because it was a surprise for you and for us.
Yeah, indeed. And I think that, this is going to give a good chance to players who, almost made it and just ended up didn't. So I think that we need to understand how this affects the overall situation. Which means in the previous scenario of qualifier 1, we saw that True Rippers unfortunately could not play against Revenant. They have another chance. We saw also that the side of Metal Esports lost out a Lethal. While they are still here, if they do not go through, if Metal do not make it through, their wildcard, chance of being part of the qualifier 1 in the 3rd or 4th place will allow them to get further into this competition where they have another chance, a 3rd chance to get themselves through. So it's not done yet. For the teams that even will make it through to the top 4 in this qualifier, they will still have another chance to get by. And that I think is going to be very interesting because we might just see an unexpected team come through. You never know. Now, for the moment, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Team Orgless going up against Team Top Esports. Now, Top Esports, not heard of them, don't quite know who they are. Team Orgless, we know who they are. But Top Esports have made it to the top 16, which means they've got something to show. And this allows us to see whether Team Orgless can handle another one of these teams which are completely unnamed. Are they going to be, bantering around them in the same way that we saw in the previous couple of games where, on Haven, they were going, running riot with Hevan and Zoid, absolutely going crazy? Or is it going to happen again on this torturous map of Ascent? Well, Ascent is a map that is not exactly one of my favorites at
I
most.
think it's just not your favorite because you casted too many games off the set.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't mind playing Ascent when I'm playing in my ranked games, but every time I have to cast Ascent, it's like, God, not again.
It's like that ex you have to take on a date every single time, but you don't want to be with her.
Ooh, that's a bit far. Okay, but let's. I think Aggie's having some revelationary moments right now in his mind, but it's all right. We'll get to Haven in just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. The agent selection screen should be coming up in just about a bit while the players are readying up. It is an interesting, matchup here. Orgless again, players we know, and the other side of the same coin are players that we are not exactly, you know, aware of. TPE, that is Top Esports, but they made it to top 16, and let's see what they've got to bring to the board. We've got the agent selection up, and straight up, we've got a couple of locks of the Sova coming through, a KO as well, a Killjoy, and a single duelist in the hands of Arena. Alright, that is interesting because I did not, or for that matter, have not seen a single duelist lineup with a Reina involved ever.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of teams, at least when they're on an up and coming squad, they don't really have the understanding of how important utility can be to facilitate someone to take space. Now, the thing with Reina is that Reina is perfect for secondary entries, but not for primary entries, especially on a competitive level, when you know for a fact each and every team are equally matched when it comes down to mechanical skill. Now, you could be extremely potent when it comes down to your mechanical skill level. You can be all very confident in the way that you take your swings and fights, but you can't always rely on that 24/7. Sometimes utility is key. And that's why we've seen an upsurge of Rays in the meta when it comes down to this particular map. Not only in our own region, but also in other regions as well. Primarily, the pioneering region for all of this is Southeast Asia, being Paper Rex. But on the other side, Fnatic and a lot more of the other teams have shifted away from the duelist meta and are now picking up the initiators, which have a lot of utility to play around with. But
Yep.
I'm going to ask you this, Universe. Do you honestly believe that Raze really fits that title of being a duelist in a lot of cases, considering the sheer amount of utility that she has? Yeah, she can take space really quickly with those two satchels, but she doesn't have any recurring utility to try and take space. Also, what she does have is a very powerful tool to guarantee a kill on an opposition if your team sets it up properly. So in a way, you're playing with utility instead of just playing with your character and also with your guns, which you normally do with maybe a jet, because the jet requires you to aim in a certain direction and also requires setup to take space. But for Raze, that's not really the case at all.
I cannot use that.
Yeah, but let's start off with the game as we see that the side of Top Esports have been instantly shut down from the B side as one knife pushes them away. And Zoid is holding down a tight angle with 6 bullets in his headhunter. Indecent is going to wait for a sort of push, maybe expecting one to come in from a chamber as the TP could help him, get back. As slowly but surely they are heading in towards a shot. And there is a bit of resistance there as the smoke pops up.
Timing is perfect there, but Elusive, beautiful one way. He's going to be able to get a catch on there. Sami, maybe you got to be a bit careful there on the sidelines here, buddy. Fighting him a bit more than he can chew, does survive, gets the information, and with full control of shore, they're rushing their way in towards the side. Hikado, perfect with the aim, takes down 2 immediate straight through the smoke. Absolutely no fear, and they're still able to hold. Hika with the triple, looking for the quad, possibly gonna get it.
Wait, Kusif?
Hello?
This one under heaven, I don't... He saw him, right? He definitely saw him.
Tunnel vision at its finest.
Yeah, he still gets it, but that's something that shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have been allowed to go there. Coma, last one left. Got practically nothing to work with. 2 swarm grenades left. And the spike is, well, in the hands of Kusif as Hika finds 3. And this guy, Hika, please, somebody find out what the hell he's been up to in his downtime. Every single match we see this guy play, he starts off on the pistol itself. It's like you just cannot stop him from the get-go. 3 kills already here. In the last couple of games, I believe that this man has hit a minimum of 17 to 20 kills with a positive KD ratio of at least 1.5.
See that Hika is also coming alive really does make you reminisce of the days he was always the top fragger on the race. I'm pretty sure you remember those days as well. It's been a pretty long time since you last seen Hika go on something other than an initiator since he has been to our region, but the fact that he's still putting up frags regardless is a critical point of all of this. But Sami on the other side though with the Marshall causing some damage. Zoid! Pretty hefty miss there, buddy. Something that you can't really do every single time. Hellboy now stuck in a corner. He's probably gonna go to hell as well. Taking a couple of shots, not gonna be able to get it. But Universe, what skin is that? The classic looks pretty good.
That's the Spectrum?
That doesn't look like the Spectrum. It's so shiny.
It is.
It's so shiny.
The
It's actually like
ZX Valorant Spectrum. Are you living under a rock?
that's not that. The one with one in Hellboy's hand.
Okay, I don't think I
What the hell
spotted
is
that.
that?
Not quite sure I spotted that.
We'll see it later on down the line. It
Yeah,
looked
we'll
like a
spot it.
really good skin. But damn.
Well, Hellboy's being punished with utility here at the moment towards A main as Evan trying to get the kill, and
Why
he's
the
got
repeat?
support to find him as well. Down
And
goes
the repeat was
Hellboy.
also-
Cover going out.
If you're gonna repeat like that, go a couple of steps back from the wall and then take a swing, because whenever you're peeking against the wall, then your body will show first and you're not even gonna see them. That's why the angle advantage was still in the favor of Orgless. Mechanics slightly wrong when it came down to the execution, but now Zoid, yeah, he's gonna cause some problems on the side. Up goes the Weasel. That's one.
And just the one, and a weird smoke here from the attackers themselves. Try and maybe deny the pickup of a weapon or a push from B main, but that's not going to stop them. They've got a recon that clears out everything towards B main. And Zoid could easily go for that Phantom if he wants to. As Orgless have pretty much everything covered except for a shot. That's exactly where the attackers are coming into. They are finding their way in, and this is going to be a problem. Not checked at all, and if they swing on Hevan... Oh, he expects it. Oh, he sees one. And I'm not quite sure. They know that he's here. A grenade to stop them from planting in case they wanted to go there. A knife as well to deny utility, and all 3 of them have been detected. Now they've got problems. Top Esports, what can you do? 3 players are alive, but one of them is heavily low. And one player's been detected under heaven. That recon is perfect from Hika. And now they're gonna jump on top of Generator, but Sami gets one. Look at Hika. Playing along with the verticality of this map for the bare minimum that it has, and where he can climb as a Sova as well. Gets a third, and yeah, Orgless off to a good start.
That was a perfect start. Again, they're giving up the short side by understanding that, hey, we don't have to care about the short end, because if all of our members are still very much alive and we are stacking up, we have enough utility to go up against them and shut them down there immediate. But the fact that Hika has enough confidence to jump on top of Generator, that's something normally you never want to go in for a play like that unless you are on a jet, because at least with a jet you can smoke it off, go in for that jump, swing out of the smoke, or even jump down from that smoke, possibly catch someone off guard with your team. But he went in first for a site retake. Now that is something.
Oh, Sami almost found the head of that player towards a shot.
Was also getting taken off for a second.
The blind is perfect. Indecent's trying to find as much as he can, but that Marshall is just not connecting. Koma's Sheriff will though, as Indecent falls, and here comes the push. Orgless slowly they're gaining that confidence that we saw in the previous time they were on air in Haven against another team. This time Sami loses his skull to Hellboy. But they are all in towards their spawn here. They haven't even been allowed to get anywhere close to mid. And this kind of, punishment is just absolutely relentless. Orgless with the 4th. They haven't even lost any major weapons. Sami's going to be able to afford an operator if he wishes to. Somebody can drop him as well. Kusev's got enough money. He's got everything in the bank. He's tipped it to the max limit. And now, with the money that they have, with the rounds that they have, their confidence also grows here. And that confidence is going to seem likely to roll over the side of Top Esports.
At this point, though, it's a workup from the sidelines, and Zoid again. He's hungry for this kill, swinging out possibly with the first, and the Phantom versus Vandal fight. The Phantom does lose. Ouch. It's one of the rare situations where you get dinked by that 140, but it's completely fine. Haibon,
boy.
Oh god, this is bad. Haibon, how long can you live here, buddy? That's
He doesn't take the right. He doesn't take the right.
But no, he's not gonna be able to live for long. The spam's gonna be the thing that takes him down, but Fuse, he still dies. Hick has the game sense for it all, man. He just knows.
Yeah. Nobi will take out Zoid, and that brings it down to a 2v3. With an ultimate ready for a use. But will they go for it is the question. They need to find at least one more kill before that happens. And Sami, look at his off angle. Sitting perfectly atop mid.
No charges left.
Throws them off their mark completely, and it's just one bullet to do the work. And Hika's gonna be the one to deliver it. 5-0. Orgless are absolutely puncturing this team in every single direction.
No side is safe for them whatsoever. They get complacent in their positions and they immediately pay for it with their lives. My god. Relentless, the members of Orgless, and that is exactly how you want to see your squad perform. Zoid having a bit of a slow start than what he usually does on the chamber, but hey, it's completely fine because it's the 5-0. The team still has the momentum and they also have the economy to work with. And if the members of Top Esports drop their guns right now, that next round, that's going to be even more tougher for them.
Indeed. Here we go. A full buy yet again, but they've been on that buy eco stint so far. And with this, they've got a little bit of disadvantage yet again in their favor. Indecent falls, and that's an initiator that they do not want to lose. Hellboy though gets one. Sami goes down, but Hevan is working stuff up with Kusev. And there's Nubi finding one Koma to trade back in the mid as the extra confidence taken in by the Orgless players has given them a bit of recklessness in checking off angles. They still have stabilized though. Hika is on a goddamn roll, and the last player has also been spotted. A shock dart perfectly aligned, and Koma walks out just to stand in the center of it and lose his life. Hika. Somebody stop this guy. 6-0. My god, Hick has been absolutely relentless. He doesn't care about a single thing that this team is doing. And of course, rightly so, out comes the timeout from the attackers, and very much needed as well, because this would have turned out to be quite an interesting, quick exit for them in the round of 16 as well. If they've come this far, you might want to do as much as you can.
With this timeout though, that's gonna put a little bit more of a dent into how the momentum has been going throughout this entire game. Orgless, they're just unstoppable on that regard. Koma as well had a little bit of a, let's say, moment for himself, and I'm pretty sure that was a big shock. The nerves are getting to them, possibly by being on a streamed game. It happens to the best of us. When you know that you're getting streamed, yeah, that's when the real problems start to arise. The nerves are going to start acting. That's when your team is going to start feeling a little bit antsy. Your aim is going to be shaky as well. But just take a deep breath and understand that we're still playing a game. We're still learning as a team. And hey, even if we lose here, there's a good opportunity for us down the line because we have gained some experience in this tournament. Experience is key. And it doesn't matter if you win or lose if you are still learning something from it. But in this eco round, sorry, They need to learn exactly what they're doing wrong here, and possibly a couple of frags
Standing ahead.
could just give them the edge in the following round by destroying the economy on the side of Orgless.
Hika.
Pretty hefty miss though there, buddy. You need to find that one.
Yeah, for the moment they are all detained, so that's a good thing as they come out. Havan is making the best use of his ultimate as he finds 3. And the knives from Sami might just go unused. Yep. Not a single kill for him. Everybody just wants to hound over Sami and not let him touch a single person with those knives. Hika has died for the first time in this game now, as Havan picks up 10 kills in 7 rounds. And 7 rounds in this fashion look like to finish up that 13 round in very quick succession.
Hats off to the other end though for this one. Smart, systematic, and with no problems whatsoever on that end. They take a 7-0. The timeout seemingly did nothing to stop their momentum, and that eco round really did not bear any fruit, but I guess it's okay. They're looking for some more. Hellboy has been spotted, and that's a pretty good spot. If he can pincer out the Reyna immediately early on, you know for a fact that the entire army will be right next to him. Ivan, he has a lineup for this one to try and break out the Killjoy. Lockdown Zoid! Oh my god, what a tap to the face! That's gonna be the first initial takeout. And Ivan pretty much stuck in the middle of nowhere. He's gonna get detained and also shut down pretty much immediate. That's gonna be the swing out. And yep, that's gonna be the kill. That's gonna happen. Ivan's
Almost out of it. Oh, Coma.
More aggressive plays coming out from the sidelines. My god, possibly could have gotten a double, doesn't really find it. Zoid on the back end of this, the spray's not gonna connect, and Zoid a bit shaky here today. Not really finding the frags that he wants, but still is able to readjust right at the very end. 8-0, and the members of Orgless, they take another pretty hefty round for themselves.
Yeah. 8-0 indeed. They're just pushing the pedal to the metal, not giving up anything at all.
Teleport's ready.
They don't care whether it's a Killjoy lockdown, a KO null command. It's just absolutely dying out in front of their eyes. And I think that the one thing that maybe could be changing this up is having, like you said, that raise in your composition. Because towards spawn, there were so many spams going in that could have been avoided by throwing in a grenade to push them off their angles and then running in towards lane. That could have gotten them into the side almost pitch perfect, harmless. But that raise has not been picked. There's no movement. There's no damaging utility. And look at where Havan's already positioned. This sneaky little bugger. He's gonna have somebody to a time it, and wow! There he goes down. Fuse out in the open with that recon as well. A little too reckless, and Havan is building up pretty much all of the confidence that he has. Too much for a smoke push, I believe. Zoid, pressured by the turret, forgive me, as Koma tries to go and reconvene and face him off. But Zoid's made his way back towards the B cubby. He's got a tail on the other side as well. Market is being conceded to the opponents, but Sami connects a shot only to the thigh of that Reyna, who will heal back up to 104.
That's rough to be in, especially for this situation. Hellboy, though, needs to clear out so much, and now he's caught between a rock and a hard place. Needs to swing out pretty much immediate, and Zoid, nope, that's not gonna happen, not anytime soon. Hiccups gonna be able to shut down one. Already the position's been given away, and Newbie in towards the side, opting to go in for that plant. So it's still gonna hold, still gonna play it smart. Waits for his teammate, but this is a very spammable angle. If he has that sixth sense, he's probably gonna go in for that spam here, but nope. So he's gonna be able to survive. And Newbie back in towards the back of side. Both of them playing in close proximity to each other. Very smart in the way that they're executing onto the corner. And now Spike has been tapped. Waiting for the first initial couple of bullets from the sides. That's gonna be the one! And Newbie nearly got the frag that he wanted, but Kusev with his crouch dodges out the bullet to the head. 9-0. And the possibility of those next 3 rounds could just be coming in, because there's seemingly a curse, especially on these skill mismatches for this last 3 couple of rounds.
Yeah, they do have money to buy in here, Top Esports. They have enough to at least scrape out a very, very, you know, desperate buy. Yeah, but it's not something that they should be, investing too much into, because at this point they should be hoping for better weapons. Maybe use an operator on the attack as well, because you've got players who don't really depend on movement. So why not bring in an operator? Use the flashes, get the operator, push angles off, and get them to go. Out come a couple of flashes, and the Reina pops out. Okay, Sammy. Alright, Hiccup from Heaven also spams one. And it's all been smoke kills so far. Fuse might have hit Hiccup, but he doesn't even care, Hiccup. He doesn't care about being tagged.
Hypon. Look at Hypon. Again on the lurk. 3 kill for him. He doesn't miss that one. One more onto the bottom side of wine. Time for a catch. Nope. Hypon threw the Pokeball, but he's not going to be able to get anyone from it. 10-0. Orgless. Just relentless in their push. Nothing seems to be working. The slow-mo as well, just showcasing the dominance that Sami has when it comes down to controlling his spray. Beautifully done. And top esports seemingly are not the next big thing that we were hoping they would be.
Well, pretty much standard issue here at this point for this team to run in and absolutely riot down any team that comes against them. 4 detected. Havan throws in the grenade, and this time he will be stopped in his tracks. Good positioning from Hellboy to find that kill, but the weapon is still off limits. They cannot go in and get it if they want to as well. They do have a Guardian to work with though, which Fuse is using. And now they've got resistance on mid. The drone goes out for safe measure. Spot out Sami, but Sami doesn't even care about being tagged.
Oh, Sami, he's possibly going to take another fight here against Fuse. Doesn't really find the perfect angle for this engagement. Already knows one of the positions, and Kusuf!
Oh, Kusuf.
Pretty hefty misses, 1 bullet and a dream. Not going to be going in for it though, but Kusuf's possibly going to be able to reconcile, but Hiccup doesn't even allow him to do that. 11-0. The first 12-0 of this entire tournament could just be on here.
I don't think this is the first 12-0.
Sorry, possible first 13.
Yeah, I mean, on broadcast, probably. I think on the background there's been multiple 13-0s or 13-1s. I mean, 12-0s. Pretty sure they happened.
Hey, when we talk about the first ever in this tournament, we're always talking about on broadcast. Anything that happens to the back end is just non-existent.
I mean, a couple of these teams have played on the back end and come here so far. So, there's something. Koma finds the first frag for the first time. It is the side of the attack who have the advantage, and as soon as I say it, the Zoid rips it out of their hands as they've lost their smoker. Omen goes down. Right click should be coming in from Sami here, but goes for that tap and tap. Not going to work out for him. A bit of cover utility from Kusif to let Sami off his mark, and Sami's already exploring other regions. And he's got a good amount of information here that A main is completely clear. Now Hiccup is keeping his tone on the B side as he's finding frags pretty easy. And Hellboy, while he gets one trade, Koma might be running into a line of fire to Hiccup. Hiccup has been put off his angle, but he's got a recon that's helping him. Hiccup doesn't get his shots. And now it's Sami in a 1v3. Alright, it's not going to be 12-0. Oh, could it?
I think me talking about a jinx it immediately. Again. Do I hate my life? Yes, I do! Oh, God, Sami.
Alright, that was disgusting from Sami. Oh, he doesn't want to take damage from that turret. He's got a player towards his right in market, and I'm not sure if Sami realizes this.
I don't think he does.
Sami needs to be careful.
He's dead. He's not gonna clear it.
Are you joking, Sami? Sami, you gotta be joking.
Okay, buddy. I'm pretty sure he expects this over towards the back of side. Timing's gonna be everything. He needs to swing, and he's gonna be it. Woohoo! Sami, the timing though, I don't.
He has time.
I don't think he has enough time. No.
He has just about time. I believe
No, he
does. No, the circle came through, and it will be just under a second in which Top
Switching
Esports
sides.
win their first in the last round of the first half.
Yeah, Sami, if he didn't second guess himself there and was expecting a player on Speedway, this was a round for him. But god damn that shot on that radar though. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that someone lost their nuts there at the very end from the side of Orgless when they saw Sami hit that. It was so beautiful.
Absolute madman, Sami. You know, Sami in the language Tamil does mean God, so
Snows.
good recon from Fuse as he detected Sami, and this could be a little bit of a fake that they allowed Yusuf to sell. 3 bullets wasted from Zoid just to break out that turret, and he's got 3 more. Gets away, almost. Noob, could have taken him out. He's gotten into the lane, but now he's hoping for a fight to come his way. 1 bullet left. Oh, he's in trouble. Zoid not keeping up to his mark now, and Coma, he's got a chance. Jumping around with a triple burst. Dinks Sami and gets him off as well. Coma doing a lot of work here, but he's been taken out by Hika. And now it's Hika and Hevan who've been absolutely monstrous in this game to clutch this one out. And they've got more than enough utility to do it. A shock dart available. A bunch of utility on Hevan as well. They've spotted out 2 of them. And now all they need to do is use those flashes and the weapons that they've got. One of the players is low as well, Indecent. Not going to be able to hold on for too long. The grenade's going to force Hellboy to die right there.
Grenade! Hellboy, what about the swing there? Why are you still stuck in a corner trying to hold it down?
He thought somebody's going to swing in from the other side, but no. Why would they? They know you're stuck in that corner. They're just going to wait till you die. That's
Exactly. Plus, there's a player on Speedway. No one's gonna swing you.
You might as well take out 1 player with you while you yourself are dying in that, you know, radius. It's okay.
And the thing is, now you don't even need to worry about the radius being behind a wall. You can even throw it in front of you and someone on the spike is gonna die.
Exactly. There's a force buy, and of course there is from both ends. A Bulldog got to Coma thanks to the 2 kills that he procured in the previous round. And now they've heard it. They know this is a full force in terms of the weaponry. There's Hellboy eating a lot of the pressure. And out he goes with the knife. Zoid's taken out Coma as well. And that's the biggest weapon on the defensive side picked up and put to good use. And alright, top esports.
Enemy remaining.
That's
Flawless.
okay then. That's
Attackers
that.
win.
13-1 Orgless have they've gone ahead and done that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Nothing to really write home about, nothing to really, put any emphasis on. It's just team quick Valorant on sets. This is why Universe really hates the set. It's either one of the closest games that you're ever gonna be able to find, or it's a complete and utter whitewash. Sadly, it was the latter. Top Esports, they were just not able to perform. And I do believe that as a team, they can make it when it comes down to their aim, but all the other fundamentals need a lot of work. Movement is one of the key ones, because from what I can see, the way that they're playing around the timings of Orgless and also themselves really just felt off-putting. And as we head on down over towards the highlights, we're going to be able to notice that all over again from that end. It just didn't feel right at all,
Remaining.
let's just say.
10 seconds left.
But again, Top Esports, brand new team. They're going up against veterans here. You can't really expect more than what they put up on the board. 1 round. And even this 1 round was not really theirs for the taking at the very end, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, the minute they entered that mid region, it was the minute you saw Hellboy pull out his knife over there. That was it. That was the end of it. And with that, it is the end of the journey of Top Esports, who made it to the round of 16, but unfortunately cannot go any further. And Orgless qualified to the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. A step closer, and this time they're looking to make it sure that they end up in that top 4 at least, so that they can get into the wild cards.
So when they get into the wild cards, they'll have a good opportunity to make it down over to the land. But those group stages, yeah, that's gonna get even more deadly. You have to remember, so many of the big names are gonna be there already. And do you know what I'm really excited to cast as well? A couple of the matches from Orangutan.
Enemy remaining.
That's where the real fun's gonna start. I haven't had the pleasure of casting that infernal team after it started up, so big ones are gonna be there, but for now at least,
One enemy.
Orgless,
Last player.
they're making their rise up slowly but surely, but as a team, they still need some work. Their fundamentals are sound, but they require a lot more refinement if they want to take down the big names over on the top end.
Yep. For now, though, ladies and gentlemen, Orgless will be heading into the quarterfinals with clearly a lot of confidence. I think every single game that they've played so far has ended in less than 13-4, 13-3.
One enemy remaining.
They've demolished every single one of their opponents, and quite honestly, the ones that are about to come further should be a little worried about them. They are performing way better than they did in Qualifier 1, and that's just in the gap of what? 3 days? 4 days?
Yep.
Not even a gap. It was just like they just continued playing.
One enemy remaining.
They just require a couple of games together, and they're just gonna keep on going at this point. Yeah, Elbow is like, God damn this! I'm not gonna do this anymore. Pulls out his time to try and take a fight. And at the end of the day, top esports, don't take this loss too hard. You're just facing a really good team here. Hika though completely outfragged Sami, 19 kills and 3 deaths. Him on the initiator, he's been so consistent throughout all of these different plays, but Sami has just been beating him out on the ACS.
I'm still not confused. I'm still confused as to how Hika having fewer deaths, more kills, clearly a lot of impact is, not the MVP, and it's actually Sami. Even though that
ACS.
Sami's just got, I mean, exactly, but the ACS is calculated based on how your performance is, and clearly Hika's is kind of better. Might be marginally robbed from this. I think
do
it's just
believe that Sami got this higher ACS because of that clutch. Whenever you're
maybe.
put in a 1 versus 3 or 1 versus 4 situation, your ACS starts to shoot up drastically because of those. Because you're the only one alive, and you're
Maybe,
taking
yeah.
a lot more fights compared to others.
Probably. Yeah. Well, Sami does deserve it as much as anybody else on that team. Everybody did pretty well. Kusif died only twice. He was alive for the entirety until I think the round number 11. Yeah, exactly. He was alive till round number 11. Was an immortal. And then he decided to become, an ascendant to the heavens above.
God damn it, universe! You just did not do our poor boy like that. But before the angry mobs come after you, we're gonna be heading on down over into a short little break. But make sure to check out all the links down below in the description. Get yourself a ticket for the arena as well. But as we are gonna be heading on off onto a short break, we're gonna be coming on back with it soon enough for the second game after a short word from our sponsors.
From the legends of memory and storage Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics. the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, of the AMD Ryzen with Windows 11 presents the Esports Cup Challenger Series powered by Crucial. It's going to be your boy Aggressive with a face that has long gone extinct, but I dug him out of the ground for you guys. It's going to be Kirito. It looks like a shaggy dog, but it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about because my buddy's here. My main man's going to be always present. But Kirito, you've been out of the scene for a pretty long time, so I'm going to be running you up to speed of exactly what's happening as we head on down over towards the map view screen because the two teams that are going to be facing off against today for this matchup at the bare minimum will be the side of Reckoning Esports going up against F4F. Now, this is Qualifiers 2. Qualifiers 1 has already been concluded with two teams going on down over towards the main event, which is the Challenger Series group stages. And now this is Qualifiers 2. And in Qualifiers 2, another two teams will be selected. And out of those two teams, they will already make it down through, but the third and fourth position from each qualifier will play a wild card event where they'll face off against one another for the last spot in the entirety of the group stage.
Oh, things are getting exciting. Things are getting hyped up. And, considering that this is the round 16, the teams definitely want to step up the performance a little bit. And they definitely want to make sure that they don't make any mistakes right now. Because if you lose, that's definitely going to be a thorn in the path of your success. So I think starting this map off, this map of Ascent, it's pretty basic. We've seen this map being played 1,000 times. It's a very buggy map. You all know that it's going to be really important to win those gunfights. It's really important to take those fights with the double peaks, with utility, not going to a solo 1v1 fight. That's going to be really important in this matchup. But that's really going to be coming up to the agent selection, as we are already seeing the agents being picked up. They are taking their time with it. So I usually want to see a double initiator combination, maybe an initiator like Sova paired up with Sky, or maybe a Chaos, stuff like that. One that provides information, one that helps out the entry. But looks like we might see some interesting stuff coming out from the side of Reckoning Esports, and Neon might be popping up from the end of Deadly. Harsh might be going
Select
for
your
the
agent.
Breach, and Rio on the Fade. Meanwhile, Pixels on the Brim and Bad Love on the Chamber. Not a bad combination, but again, I have not seen a Neon being played anywhere else outside maybe in Fracture, obviously a little bit on Breeze, but I haven't seen
Breeze on Haven.
Haven as well. Yeah, map a little bit on the larger side of the maps, but Ascent I am not sure, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, to say the least.
Would be something different. This is the first time I've ever seen a Neon getting picked up here, but I understand the ideology of picking up the Neon for this particular map. There's a lot of space to be covered, and you want to do it as quickly as possible. The Neon allows you to be that aggressive on that regard, but you need to feed a lot more utility into the Neon, because normally what the Neon does is whenever you use a lot of utility, she can rapidly take that space over, but that utility needs to be a lot of deadly utility. Otherwise, the Neon just runs into an enemy's face and there's absolutely nothing that she can do about it. That's why Raze is such a strong pickup for this particular map, because the way that this map has shifted in dynamic from being a map that allows double duelists to be a lot more prominent, now requires you to be a lot more systematic with the utility that you use. The Astra, gravitational wells, and of course the KO knife and the fragments just allow so much versatility to clear out multiple different corners. And the Raze utility guaranteed kill in every single regard if you use it properly. And especially with the Fade, man, the Fade audio nerve is something that is absolutely incredible. The way you distort the enemies and absolutely cause them to be in a claustrophobic situation where they have no idea what's going to hit them. Those are the type of plays that affects the players the most. Whenever you distort them, especially their audio, not only their vision, mind you, that's when you just start getting pummeled left and right. And I do believe this is what the members of Reckoning are going in for. This is a strategy that should push them forward because if Ryu is able to use all of his utility properly, then Deadly should have an easy time running into the sites.
Yeah, and especially considering, I think this is one of the things that a lot of players did not really see coming on the Fade. Like the first time I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, there's an audio debuff. It's not going to be something serious. Then I started playing her on my comp games, and it started affecting my vision, and it started affecting the sound. It made following the enemy so much more difficult, and you're basically completely immobile for a good portion of the time while the other team is entering. You cannot help your team defend the site. You cannot help them retake the site. You are basically rendered useless. So that is something that, if used properly, can cause a lot of impact for the end of the attackers. Again, also combined with the breach and the neon, those are the perfect combination that you'd want to see for a fast-paced agent selection, especially with the neon. We see on Fracture, there's always a breach accompanying the neon. A flash and a stun, a well-placed breach utility can help the neon out so much. And as you said, the deadly utility will help him cover the ground and allow an easy entry for the teams to get into the site.
Fast, quick, and simple. That's exactly what you're hoping for whenever you are on the side of Reckoning. But again, not really the biggest fan of the Neon. And you know, personally, that I love the Neon. I want to see her get picked up a lot more often for this particular map. It's a little bit out of the blue, but again, you're looking at a team that has already set a name for themselves and Reckoning. They're already on the boards and they are incredible as a team and as a roster. But on the other side, F4F, they have a lot more to prove here and show exactly what they're going to be capable of in these type of engagements. Taking a couple of steps back though and trying to understand what F4F are going to be up to. Looking at their composition, very standard, nothing really standing out on most ends. It's going to be the Omen. And with the Cypher coming up instead of the Chamber now, that could be a bit more of a problematic scenario because you have to remember, normally when you pick up that Cypher, you're giving up the potential that the Jet could have had on the rifle because now the Jet being forced onto that operator being the only character that can actually utilize it properly and get out of those sticky situations, the problems are just going to start piling up one by one. And these are the type of scenarios that you just really don't want to be in.
Yeah, that's gonna make it really difficult. I would have also not minded to see a Killjoy coming in this map, because especially on the B side, there's a lot of corners where you can hide those swarm nades. You can play, in the backside, in the boathouse area, and then you can just play the timings, understand the timings when the entry happens, learn the pattern of the entry, and then activate your swarm nades and everything to do some additional damage and get a couple of kills if you can before you eventually die out. That's going to give your team a lot of time to rotate as well and give them a lot easier time on the retake, because the enemies are going to be low on HP and probably low on numbers as well. So I won't mind seeing a Killjoy, and the ultimate as well would have been very useful, but instead we're going to be seeing a Cypher. And now Cypher, again, the only advantage I really see is maybe having that utility at a much longer range, active at a much longer range. But usually, if you are playing that Sentinel, I would prefer you to stay anchored into the position around mid or to the other side where the rotations might happen. So I feel like regardless if it was a Killjoy or a Cypher or even a Chamber, I would have rather wanted you to stay in that opposite site where you might have to be on guard the entire time. Because that's the thing about being an anchor. You can't doze off. You can't be like, okay, they're not going to be coming here. We'll be just sitting here this whole time. Because the rotation's going to be in a matter of seconds. In a map like Ascent, where the sites are so close and there's this huge access to the area of mid, in a matter of seconds, you're like, okay, those guys are fighting there. I'm just going to chill here in the meet. And in the next 5 seconds, you're like, okay, I need some help here, guys. I don't think my Cypher cage is going to be holding them back for too long. I'd rather have a turret right now with me. But yeah, let's see what he does. It's still, we do know that the Cypher is effective against the jet dashes and stuff like that. So let's see how it fares with the Neon. They are kind of same, pretty much. There's a lot less verticality with Neon, but it's the same pace. It's the same fast pushes, fast and deadly pushes that we were talking about early on with the Neon. So the Cypher is going to be really important to try and hold back those pushes.
But I think the Cypher is also going to get a lot of value on this particular matchup, primarily due to the fact there's no Sova on the enemy team. the main reason why Sova was one of the biggest banes of Cypher's existence is because of those shock darts. The shock dart can easily clear out so much of the utility that Cypher just gets put in a pretty tough spot where none of his traps are able to get any value. But now going up against Deadly, being a Neon basically means now you need to try and destroy those trap wires before you can go in for executes. And if Angry in this situation is able to go in for a couple of sticky tripwires here and there, that's a pretty easy kill onto Deadly as he's trying to rush in and try and gain space for his team. That's one of the biggest weaknesses of a Neon. And I'd be surprised very much if the members of F4F really planned this one out, because Reckoning, if they really wanted to go in for a Neon based composition without a Sova in mind, then it's a pretty hefty counter, and that Cypher could easily change the tides of battle here. But again, that's all speculations. We don't know what to expect just yet. But the members of Reckoning, they're having their own little bit of fun out here, playing out with the sprays. And we're extremely sorry for the delays. It seems as though one of the players are having some technical difficulties, and we're going to need to try and figure out exactly what's going on wrong for them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were able to exactly predict that the Neon pick was coming. I mean, I personally didn't see it coming. I was like, okay, let's stick with the Jet. At maybe the most different thing it could be that it's maybe a Reina pick or maybe even a race pick. We might even see those around happening in the map of Ascent. It might work out. No, it's not too bad of an idea, but I did not completely see this Neon pick coming. I mean, the Cypher can directly counter the Jet, but again, I also saw a Sova coming on that end because again, the Sova and KO combination or a Sova and Sky combination is my personal favorite because not only is the Sova providing the information that your team needs about the positionings of the enemies or the information during the site take, sending that recon in, sending that drone in for your Jet, for your Neon, for whoever, you also have that Sky who's actually concentrating those flashes to any identified player. Like, okay, there's a player in Generator in the side of A. I'm going to send a flash there. I'm going to send a Trailblazer there to make that entry that much easier for the Jet. And that's going to help the team out a lot. The same thing can be done with the Breach and Fade, but I guess the information is going to be a little bit less. The Fade utility, the Haunts especially, are not as effective as a Sova Recon. But, I mean, it's Reckoning Esports. You can't really keep them out of the books just yet. I kind of want to see what they have planned. Because again, I feel like this is not just, oh, it's a random pick. Let's just play with what we want to. They definitely have something planned with this agent composition, and I'm excited to see a Neon coming into Ascent with the Fade and the Breach, trying to support them.
Should be an easy pickup though, regardless. Again, you have to remind yourself this is Reckoning we're talking about, and Kato's right. They never go into any of these maps without a plan, but as a team, they've been quite a bit shaky here as well in multiple regards, where it seems as though the team just keeps falling apart over and over again. The last couple of runs have been pretty lackluster, and we didn't really even see them in Qualifiers 1, where Reckoning just took a pretty hefty loss. It just doesn't add up exactly how these teams are playing in a lot of different scenarios, but give them some time, and for now they'll understand exactly what they're doing on wrong here. We have another couple of minutes before the teams have to play on down through, and as per the rules, there's not much more that we can do out for them. Timeouts are taken. Of course, we're going to give them a generous 5 minutes to try and fix all of the problems. If that doesn't happen, then pretty much done for that end. But hey, at least first initial game back. Seems as though you're always bringing in technical difficulties every single time whenever you cast something.
It's
so.
it's
What
following
does
me.
you?
I'm telling you, with the other tournaments and everything, it's following me.
Yeah, it
Hopefully,
just
it
is
doesn't
when
stay for
we were
long
sitting
though.
in the dark in a studio, mind you. Just because of this,
And
every single time it
why would you
happens.
remind me of that? It's not my fault.
It's
I
always your fault whenever something bad happens.
Oh, okay. Whoa, okay. That's a big assumption right there. Whenever something bad happens, there could be something bad happening millions of miles away right now, and that's my fault.
No, no, no. Anything that bad happens here in close proximity to me is your fault.
Oh, okay. I mean, you're still quite far away from me. We live in different places.
You're literally right next to me.
Okay, don't threaten the curse right now. Okay, I don't have control. I don't want to use it against you, but
For sure.
it's not under my control. I'm just warning you. It's a fair bit of warning.
surely. But for now, hopefully, we're not going to be cursing the teams with the caster's curse because as the squad is still trying to settle on down, and I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt towards the side effect. Reckoning, they've been together for the longest of time, and it seems as though we're going to be starting off the game regardless. The technical difficulties still have not been resolved. One of their members are missing, so we are stuck down over into a 4 versus 5 situation. Nothing more that you can do to try and turn this one around. And the Cypher, yeah, he's just going to be stuck inside a spawn. Not much more that you can do.
It's always unfortunate to see. Hopefully, some days we are gonna have a situation where every player can play the tournaments without having any of the issues that we are facing right now. But yeah, the rounds are gonna be starting regardless, and Reckoning immediately coming up with an aggressive push out of B main. Already one frag in their favor. They're gonna be going big right now, winning out all these gunfights. Deadly with the triple kill, and Bad Love finishing things off onto Angry. And a flawless round to start things off. Well, I mean, I guess the side of F4F did not see that coming, the aggressive push out of B main, because usually you have support from mid. They just all went in. I didn't look at the map exactly. They just all went in from B main, with the Chamber taking the lead as well.
Seems as though there has been a bit of miscommunication, but they got caught off guard right there. But again, it was just a fast push. Nothing really to be done in that situation. Full on rundown here over and over. It's just complete and utter domination. F4F though, they're gonna get caught here, and Reckoning on the other end. They're just taking full advantage of it. Players running down from mid, players coming out of B main, completely shutting them down in every situation possible. But moving on back from this, let's just talk about what really is the strength of having this breach over the KO and what the KO does for you in comparison to the breach. The KO, in my eyes, is a lot more powerful on this particular map because utility is such a key factor. And when you have ample amounts of utility to stop a push and slow it down, that KO comes in so handy, not only to gain information, but to facilitate pushes for every single one of your other characters, because normally whatever happens here is there's a killjoy molly that you need to worry about, and it's immediately that one kill dumps it all down.
What am I looking at?
But here it seems as though the breach is showcasing why it's so powerful. Utility is key, but
One
Bombus.
enemy remaining.
it's a good frag.
Yeah,
Knife
he
him out.
gets the frag. Yeah, the only player that's remaining will be the disconnected Cypher, but these nice aggressive pushes coming out from Reckoning. They are, it's nice. It's always nice to see the defenders take initiative to try and push out of the sites and take the fight to the attackers
good
instead of
sport.
sitting there. Are they cosplaying as the attackers maybe?
I think
Oh.
they're pretty good sports out here. They're trying to give more time for the Cypher to reconnect. Reckoning. You gotta love it whenever they're playing for the teams and everything.
Yeah, hopefully he's gonna be able to he'll have a nice greeting though. Yeah. Yeah, imagine if he reconnects and just sees everybody standing around him. We have been waiting for you, my friend. And then immediately
yes.
move on to the next round. Yeah, 2-0 scoreline coming up. Reckoning obviously did have their buys in the last one. Spectres were on board. I believe Vandal was there as well, maybe. But we are going to see the opposite end of F4F Esports. They should be having their own buy rounds, their own gun rounds coming up. Vandals and Phantoms should be on board. So maybe they can try and play this round a little bit more slower, a little bit more, tactically to try and win out a round in their favor. And Mombas, he's going to be sending that recon down mid, trying to find some information. We'll find out Chamber's location. And now, for now, he is trapped until the rendezvous will be reactivated as Black Dog gets the first strike. Rio does trade, but the follow-up trade coming in from the Jet. As it is going to be a 3v3 situation, essentially, because F4F don't have their Cypher. As we are... Wait, or do they? They do. Angry is in B main, so yeah, this is a 1v3 now, considering that Reckoning just took down everybody. It's all on to Cypher. Angry, he's got a Vandal in his hand. He's gonna take down Deadly. And he's surrounded from both sides. Bad Love, he's having a hard time placing his TP. His position is revealed, and that's gonna give Angry a free pass into the site. He's in the side of B. He's got the spike, and he's got a camera as well to buy time.
Spike planted.
Ooh, Pixels. He's playing the long game out here. Not going in for baits, making so much noise. Pixels! Oh, he's dead. He is. What the? Why?
I don't know what just happened.
The Cypher came out of nowhere. The Cypher was AFK. He just came at the last second and did this.
Saved the round. Got a triple kill to finish it off. Got the spike down as well. And Pixels, peekaboo. I mean, he was on the right side. He was on looking at stairs. That's where Angry was coming up from.
No, he didn't even use a molly. That's the thing. If you're gonna push like this, at least use a molly on one side.
You can
to
block off one of
route
the
you're not
angles.
checking.
Yes. And I think he expected him to stay in the site, maybe try and play his utilities, but it's hard really to predict what happens. But now Angry is back, all right. This is going to be a 5-5 situation as the 2-1 scoreline will persist. B-side under pressure as Rio's trying to hold them back with a fade utility. Operator active for Bad Love. Rio's going to be jumping into the site. That Phantom Spray is not going to find much, but the entry has been slowed down. Rotations are here. The B side will be protected for now, but they're going to be forcing their way in. Black Dog gets one frag, but Rio spray transfer is good. And Deadly, they get the final frag onto the Jet. 3-1 is going to be the scoreline. Guns will be taken off the hands of F4F.
Fast, clean, methodical. That's what you would hope to see. Members of Reckoning, a pretty lackluster round coming in at the very end there, but hey, Hakuna Matata. They're going to be able to live it down. For now, at the bare least, but from here on out, they just need to keep the momentum going because the member of F4F, they got pretty close to shutting things down there, but now it's Deadly's turn. In a good position, wanted to go in for that first initial fight, but AK God, maybe he's gonna be able to get the catch.
What
happens?
What is that? What am I looking at? First, just get a couple of frags. Black Dog with a trade with a Sheriff.
Enemy remaining.
Gets the headshot onto him. Mombus with a follow-up onto Pixels. It's all onto the breach. What is happening? These are some weird positionings from the players of Reckoning. Hers just get a triple kill onto AK Gold, but Black Dog, he's in a prime position to get a trade, but instead won't find the timing. The rotation is going to be coming in, though. B-side should be theirs for the taking. They should be able to plant the spike comfortably. And Hirsch realizes what the situation. He's got the ultimate. Does he want to go for it? This is a player up close. Oh no. Logs, he doesn't clear it. Black Dog, easy headshot for him. There was even a recon to support, but yeah, 3-2 F4F. Making the tried and true agent selection seem worthwhile.
Absolute utter domination coming into this particular round. I don't think anyone expected the members of F4F to just show this level of disrespect. The guys were just swinging corners and they were taking fights as if they owned the place. AK got swung out and Deadly got completely caught off guard.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, that's just confidence at its finest, and Hirsch
still
causing
going.
even more damage. But he's just out. The guy doesn't care.
The rest of the teammates are going to be coming in. Mombus with a fire on Bad Love. 4v4 as the door will be broken up. There is a player angry. He's going to be in the... Oh, what is happening? Harsh almost whiffs, gets one, but gets another one as well. Can he get a triple? He will to finish off the round. It's a 4K actually. And it's going to be giving Reckoning Esports the chance to maintain their lead. Look, what is AK God doing there? He was caught in the Fade Prowler, and he just still didn't care. He was just jumping around, dashing into the site. Still, they were able to hold them back. Hirsch with a nice 4K, 9-3, and 8 assists already. This man is on the board.
Good God. These pushes are just immaculate on that regard, and Hirsch, he's just gonna go in for more. Spray comes in from the side to catch them both, but they stacked up. And Mombus catches them both in and out immediate. Psycho at the perfect angle to go in for a play, but AK God comes in down strong with a Blade Storm. Shutting down another, and these fast aggressive pushes really are not working in the favor of the side of Reckoning at all. It seems as the F4F, they know exactly what to do to try and retaliate.
If he continues to hold this angle, which he is, he should be getting an easy headshot on the Pixel, who's going to show the shoulder first. sending the drone out to support his teammates, but the players all the way in mid. Badlove, is he even connected? Oh, he is. He's moving around. Some of these positionings are so weird from the side of Reckoning. They're just standing and staring and not even reacting in some of the situations. Seems weird. Seems like they're kind of off right now. Badlove, no, he didn't even shoot.
Was trying to line up the headshot, but then we're Bombus. Good dodge. Catches out another, and with this,
Remaining.
4 and 3. I do believe that Badlove, yeah, he was having some technical difficulties. I could tell. I didn't even see the 2 to 4s come in his hands. So that kind of gave a lot away there of what exactly was happening.
Yeah, hopefully the issues will be fixed up. Considering that F4F now have 5 players, we should have a game on our hands. Every player has the opportunity to buy. Tour de Force is available for Chamber as well. So we should have a pretty decent gun round coming up on that end. And Reckoning, they're going to be fighting to keep that lead in their favor. It looks like it's going to be an aggressive B push. So far, I'm not seeing them having that much of a success, the side of Reckoning, trying to hold back those pushes. I mean, obviously in a lot of scenarios, F4F are just bulldozing their way in, not really caring about all the player presence, all the gunfights in the area. They're just walking in, despite losing a bunch of players, despite losing AK Gold in that previous run where he went ham and dashed into the site. A lot of teams would decide to back off in those scenarios, but they just kept going. It looks like they're going to be trying to get into the side of B again. Seems like a replay of one of the previous rounds as we are going to see AK Gold dashing into the side. No one's really there to defend it. Looks like a retake will be Reckoning's first priority as a trade does come in. Takes those trades out angry. Black Dog's going to be going back into the side with that. All 4 players are going to be situated
Spike
inside
planted.
the B side. As the KO ultimate will run out. It's going to be a hell of a fight trying to hold on to this site, man.
You can see the problems already starting to arise here.
No. This
is the ultimate. The Brimstone all completely frying. AK got down to a crisp. Now Deadly looking for the perfect angle. Is going to be able to catch one of the players from the side, but no. Black Dog comes to rescue. How are things going wrong this badly for them? Hirsch again.
Wait.
Cause a miracle to happen, but there's no time. The spike's already taken on down. The ultimate's gonna be a catch. He's gonna be putting the one more into the bag.
Stay alive. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think Eid barely doesn't have time. They stayed alive for long enough. And with that 4 and 4, F4F, they're back on the board. 4 in their name, 4's on the scoreline now. That was a big round. We saw a lot of ultimates there. Brimstone ultimate, I believe Tour de Force was used up by Badlove. Yep, it was. We saw the Nightfall coming in from Rio as well. Breach ultimate from Hirsch in the end. Man, these teams are using the utility to the full potential.
Launching smoke.
Stupendous in the way that things are going in. And the members of F4F, they're just pushing. They don't care. That's what's really the surprising factor about all of this.
Oh, look at the neon. Look at the
Aggressive
neon.
Okay, Deadly. They're gonna be coming in with a couple of lasers as Palpatine trying to go in for another shot, but doesn't really seem to be the case. Pixels.
He lives.
This is a crucial shot to the body.
Can he
Just
win
needs
this?
to find one more hit. Should be able to get it. And yep, that's the kill. Black Dog's gonna get shut down. And Reckoning, they're finally able to reconcile with what they're doing wrong here. Couple of frags right at the very end, 5 and 4, and this match is a lot more closer than I expected for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really see this going this way. First of all, we didn't have the highest of expectations from F4F, especially considering they're facing Reckoning Esports with the team players who have been playing for such a long time. They've been playing on the highest level. They've been having some, rough times recently, but still, the reputation precedes. But man, F4F, they're surprising me. They're playing surprisingly well, and they're giving Reckoning a hard time. Badlove, he can't even position. We've seen him getting pushed out of that mid position every single time. But F4F aren't really exploiting that. They're actually pushing them into the site. That's making the site takes a lot more difficult. Lurk down mid, even though that's not really their style, they do prefer to go full on 5-man aggression through main. a lurk down mid would be quite useful, I believe, in their end. But right now, they are going to be splitting this A side. They do have a lurker that being the Cypher in that in the tiles position, but they are trying to walk into the side of A. A lot of utilities trying to stop things from happening, but the side take will proceed. Door is still open as Valab gets a frag onto Glad Dog, and AK God doesn't even clear the angle properly. Pixel gets the easiest frag of his life, and now here comes the Cypher. He's got to find some impact frags as Bad Love gets one more onto Mombus. It's only onto Psychomac. He's trying to hold on to the side. He needs support. Pixels, does he have the read though? He does, but doesn't get the shot. Angry gets it. It's a 4v2. They can try and win this, but they need a lot of more frags, as they're not gonna get those. Bad Love and Delhi step up the game. It's gonna be a 6-4 score line from 4 and 5. Reckoning extend the lead.
Reckoning are just waiting around corners and just...
I'm too far.
Yeah, now they're actually properly countering how F4F were playing.
just doesn't make any sense, man. F4F. They had so many different opportunities, but again, they're just going in for fast rushes, and these fast rushes are just not going to work out in a lot of different scenarios. They are going to slow down, though, in this particular round. As you can see, they have a quite widespread attack going in. Two members over towards the A side, one playing from top mid. It's pretty good on the setup, though, so let's see how they push their way in. Market's been completely cleared out, and they're doing this slow play on their eco round. Interesting, but is this the perfect idea?
I mean, Reckoning should have a decent idea that they are on an eco as well, but they're still giving them the respect, they're still holding back, and they're playing very passively. They aren't even going to be positioning themselves in mid. There is no chamber utility in mid either, which is interesting, at least in my opinion. Rio is about to send a bit of aid utility down B main that should get a lot of information. But Angry, is he aware of the player in Wine though? He is. Oh, okay. What is happening? AK Gold and Angry.
The angle.
They get a couple of frags. Hers just straight, but it's still a 4v3 situation. And they're trying to walk into A. Can Angry buy some time? No. Pixels will be taking him down. Now the push is gonna slow down. The rotations are coming in. 3v3. F4F do have ultimates, but do they really want to use this round?
I'm so confused of what's happening here.
What?
They're casually walking into sites, man. Bobus, that's a brief. Hey. I have seen a lot of things in my time.
What is happening?
Something out of the ordinary. Explain to me what is going on in this game.
Yep, this
I want idiot is out there to try and analyze this game because
I missed this. What is happening? What is this? What is this? Deadly, probably he himself is like, what is happening?
No, the thing is, in this situation, I just want to give the audience some understanding of why we are saying what the hell is this, what is happening. Primarily because normally when you are playing Valorant at such a high level, there is some strategic usage in the way that you want to play the game, but this feels like a normal ranked game with people falling asleep, swinging out, mixing language. There's nothing. There's no inkling of strategy here trying to be used, but maybe F4F, they've finally gone in for something a bit more different, but with only an A-side hold and whoa! 50's free! Black Dog's gonna be able to shut something down here, but no more utility to be found! Right around the corner, Pixels! Pinpoint accuracy when it came down to the utility with his buddy Hirsch. And now they're looking for the last. Mombus has a really good aim, and honestly speaking, all of the members of F4F have extremely potent aim to work with. And now Rio has the backstab. Will he go for that? Nope. Gonna make sure to go for the kill. 7 and 5.
Yeah, scoreline in favor of Reckoning. Things were a bit shaky in the beginning, in the middle. Actually, things were shaky all along, but a good usage of utility there from both the Brimstone. We did see the Breach utility coming from Hirsch as well. To try and push those players out of that angle that allowed for Pixels to get some easy frags, especially with his Molly as well. But now the side swap, and this is where I'm really interested to see aggressive Angry on the Cypher on defense, and he should try and directly counter Deadly on the opposite end, who's been having a very good game, and his direct support, the Breach, Hirsch, he's been having a great game as well. 14 frags and 14 assists. When did that happen? I have no idea, but Now it's gonna be the really fun part of the matchup, as we are gonna see the aggressive pushes and possibly the super fast stomps. Both trying to take the fight. The neon stun will take him down. That will allow Deadly to get an easy
It's
frag.
just having fun out here. Just look at what Deadly's doing.
Yeah.
Deadly's just
Angry realizes like, oh, I am in danger.
He's just gonna keep on going here, but he finally gets shut down. Angie, he's gonna be a bit more angry than he's supposed to be. Bad Love puts a stop to it immediate, and Black Dog, he does have a bit of utility to work with, but again, this Paranoia, I don't think it's gonna find a lot of use. He gets himself a gun, and he's walking out. He's on the other side. That's gonna be perfect. That's so beautiful. The Paranoia, something gonna catch, so shuts it down immediate. And the last couple of players are gonna go down with the teammates coming in for the members of Reckoning.
The trades didn't come out from heaven. We saw a good position coming out from the Omen, but no one really supporting him when the peak came out. I believe it was the Chamber. I believe it was Bad Love who went for the peak on heaven. That allowed them to win out that round. But yeah, in 8 and 5, the lead will be extended. F4F needed that pistol round win to try and close the gap out. They should have had Spectres right now to try and close the gap 7-7, but instead it's going to be Reckoning, possibly making this a 9 and 5 right now with the weapons. And with that aggressive push right now, knowing that their opposite end are on ecos, there's not really much that F4F can do to try and hold on to this. Black Dog, he's only got a classic, still almost gets a frag onto the Brimstone. No trades coming in, AK Gold falling as well. Now Deadly finally puts a break on those accelerated legs. I don't even know what to say, but he's going to be staying with his teammate. That's a good sign of discipline, at least, realizing that they still have an advantage, but they're going to be playing together.
Oh, Bad Love, he has the perfect timing, jumps up, that's the first, that's the second. Bad Love, beautifully done when it comes down to the spray though. 9 and 5, and what a play to come in. Flawless round for the side of the attackers. And Reckoning, they're finally back on towards the server. Much more of the Reckoning that we know and love. They have control, they know exactly what they want to do, and the members of F4F, they have kind of lost their sense of surprise.
Yeah, it's nice to see them diversifying, though, that they're slowing things down, trying to find other avenues, but
it's less diversifying. It's like, what do you do on the defensive side? You don't really have a lot of things that facilitates you to be a lot more aggressive. AK God again. Look at this guy. He's taking fights over on short without any utility. That's a catch, though. Deadly. He's possibly looking for a kill. Angry's just way better. Seems as though the man coming in back from the dead is just way more stronger, but Bad Love causing all the damage in the entire world. Mombus, good corner to hold, but he needs to find this catch though. His position's already been given away. So Reckoning, they're looking to try and catch him out here. Mombus, waiting for his teammates, and now he just has to hold Hirsch. If he finds this timing, that will be so perfect. But the C's comes in, sounds strong, that's kill, and Hirsch is still alive.
Is he gonna go for another peek? He is going for another peek. Utility comes in. Can he find one more? Almost. Black Dog and Psychomaki, they get both the frags. But still, that was a buy round for the set of F4F, and that's a good amount of damage done to their economy. Only 2 players remaining. Spike was planted as well. That's 3 guns lost. It's 9 and 6. Not the other way around, mind you, but still, that's not something F4F will be too thrilled about, winning out their buy round in that manner. They would be looking for much more of an advantage, and especially there, the frag onto the Sova, the frag onto Mombus. I believe he should have won that. He had the discipline and everything, but it's just Hirsch had the game sense. He had the prediction that there could be a player right here.
I think that Rio just needed to win that fight. If Rio won that fight, then even if Hirsch died there, he dealt enough damage to survive that play. He could have gotten the round, but it really depended on Rio getting that frag. Positions already revealed here to try and go in for a hole. This is
happening.
That's a
They're
catch.
trying to get inside. They're getting caught. They're getting hooked in. Engi's a fisherman at this point, but no fish in his net. Blackrock's gonna find one on the Bad Love, but Reckoning, they're already so deep inside. The heat comes in. The trades are gonna be good. AK Gold getting one on the Pixels. It's 3v2 situation in Reckoning. They're at the man disadvantage. Fade ultimate available, but Black Dog's gonna be pushing in. He doesn't really care, and he's gonna get a final frag as well. 9 and 7, 2 away from equalize. They don't let the spike get planted. That's good aggressive pushes from them, and that's the thing that we were really missing on those last few stages of the attacking half. Seeing that fast push, seeing those fast pace entries into the site. The only place they can really show it on defense is the retakes, and it's nice to see that they're showing that in this situation as well.
Relentless on the aggression and absolute chads on the attack. Somehow the members of F4F, they're keeping pace against Reckoning, and that's what's really surprising me. And Bad Love, again, he's swinging out with the classic. Doesn't even care that he's been knocked.
Oh, that's gonna cost him his life. Black Dog goes for the pick at the right time. He should have been going the other way. He should have been leaning the other way, away from the site, away from the doorway.
He could have waited.
He went for a peek with I didn't even realize that he had a classic in his hand. I don't know, man. It's just weird seeing these kind of plays from Reckoning, seeing those kinds of stuff being done. But yeah, this is going to be a 4-man push down towards Catwalk. AK Gold is the only one who's really holding there. There's no KO to try and slow things down here. I don't think the KO will be that much of a help from all the way inside the site. So far, it's done coming in. Despite that, AK Gold holds strong. Triple kill from his end. Black Dog to get the final one. And it's a 9-8 aggressive one away from F4F to equalize. It is a buy round for Reckoning, I believe, but still one away. That's great impact.
Right here.
In this situations, I guess. Because honestly, I have no how any of this is coming in. So many of these rounds just absolutely make no sense. And they're just getting dropped like flies because of it. The Force was invested in the last round. No one was even close for it. Again, such a beautiful Cypher Trap coming in to get another catch on from the side. They're dropping like flies, but Reckoning, they're not really stepping off the gas pedal whatsoever. Nightmare to try and gain some space, but with this neural temp information to be gained. Angry catches out all of the players, but still, regardless, this is a 4 versus 3 situation that the defenders really do not want to be in. The spike still has not been planted. They're gonna wait and see how long that they can find. Try and get this one down. Angle's not really present for the spam. And the defenders, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, but Reckoning, they're playing it smart. That's what I love to see.
Yes, I think they're trying to get some entries done into the sides. Possibly in main. There is a second one though. If they go for a double peek, they can easily get a bunch of frags over here, and Bad Love gets a good timing onto Angry. Momba just gonna trade now. Position revealed as her gets the final one. Bad Love with the trade out as well. 10-8, and the chance for the equalization is gone. It's not completely gone yet. It's still there. Still a 10-8 is a lot closer, but yeah, economic damage is there. The spike has been planted. They all died. It's gonna be hard for them to recover from this. They can still manage a buy though. That's always nice to see an operator play for AK Gold. And again, this is going to be a really important round for them. They need to find that impact from that gun, because that is such an expensive weapon, especially looking at their money. They should be able to afford buys in the next one, but that will mean that they have lost another round. And 11-8 will be so much more difficult to come back from. Basically, that operator needs to find impact, and it will, as AK Gold God will be trying to get out of dodge. He puts up the scope again, but fails. Doesn't run away too far away in the right amount of time. As Psychomaki will get a trade onto Bad Love, but he's still holding on. He's still there. He was in the open this entire time. What a psychopath. As he gets one more onto Hirsch, and he's now in safe position. Can he flash himself out? He will. Spots out Rio. Almost gets the shot in. I was a little bit close, but yeah, he was completely eaten up by that Prowler, and he was standing in the open.
Actually, because Psychomaki actually threw in a flash.
Oh.
He threw a flash, so everyone got caught, and the Prowler, even though it did catch him,
they didn't dare peek that. Yeah. And what? We did not see this game coming at all. 10-9. Still opportunity for F4F to come back at this, but look at this Reckoning going for another fast push. He is there. Top shot miss from AK Gold. He is gonna be falling back though. No, he's not. He's still there. What is? He's still up close. And he gets another frag. He's gonna pull out the blades from him. He's only 8 HP. He's still holding on though. This guy, does he not care? He doesn't care. He's still right up in their faces with that Blade Storm. Black Dog gets a good timing on Bad Love. The Neon ultimate used up on B side with the entry not really happening. He's trying to bait them out. He's trying to be like, oh, peek, come on, please go for a peek, but they're not. So Deadly's gonna be impatient. He'll find one stun.
Last player standing. Spike down
enough.
mid.
Black Dog and AK Gold get the couple of frags. AK God will be taken down. Hirsch getting a couple. It's a 1v3. What is happening? What?
Nowhere to be found. Hirsch. Slow push up over from one
30
end here.
seconds left.
Needs to work his way up if he wants to try and find something. But yeah, I don't think he's has much of an opportunity to survive this. He's gonna be able to get the tag off, but again, he's stuck in a 3 versus 1 situation. The ultimate's still very far off. He needs a plant and one more kill. Possibly he's gonna be able to get
10
it, but
seconds left.
he couldn't find the perfect position. Now he's gonna get caught out.
Oh no.
He can't even use utility. He's done for.
Oh. Every agent that can give his position. Oh, let him. Give him some slack, guys. Come on. The fragment, the shock darts went in. The null, not the null command, the 0 point went in. They were just like, they just throw it at him.
Spike defused.
I mean, that was ruthless coming out of F4F, and I mean, especially considering that every agent that could figure out his position, that could give the information away to his team, was alive, and they all had the same idea. I mean, what is this composition?
Out of this? No, if F4F get out of this and they win, I am pleasant. I
He's
really
gone.
am.
We lost him, guys. It's been nice knowing you.
No. I will be pleasantly surprised if they're able to do this.
And they very well might. Equal on for Reckoning. But the way this match is going, it's unpredictable. Oh, almost AK got, almost got the timing on that shot to the smoke, but instead it's going to be a rush through catwalk towards A, and there are only a couple of players there. Rotation slow. Psycho Mac and Black Dog might be in a lot of trouble. The door will be closed out. No frags coming in, as we are going to see the breach ultimate used up as well. Deadly, they're right there, but they're going to eat up that stun. Keep their position hidden. Bix will find the frag on the Psycho Mac. Black Dog trying to hold on for dear life. He's got the Omen ultimate if he wants to get out of there. As we are going to see Bad Luck. Oh, gets a couple of frags with a hand turn, and Pixels with a follow-up onto AK Gold. This round has turned on its heels.
Spike planted.
They're actually winning this. Okay, sure. They're one step closer to this play as well. But slowly but surely, they're possibly gonna fall, and Bad Love catches the Angry off guard. Beautiful shot over from the sidelines to go in for the final frag up. Gets an operator for himself as well, and this chamber can easily take full control of this entire game now, if and only if the members of Reckoning are able to get some space up. Again, it's an 11 and 10 scoreline, something that is very much unexpected. It's rough and it's tough, but hey, the members of F4F, they've possibly stolen a place in our hearts because of the way that they play. Aim on point, every single one of them, their aggression, it's pretty much unmatched.
They pulled their weight. Ooh, that was so okay. The count. Alright.
That's
All
a
right,
read read like an open book.
I see you, Deadly. And he's gonna get the first frag of this round. That could lead him to the side of match point. And if they win this, I didn't take a look at the economy for F4F, but they will be having a hard time trying to get those buys in the next one on match point for Reckoning. So it's crucial they win this round. And they're not off to a good start as the rotation towards A is coming. They do have a read. Psychomaki and the Omen as well will be taking position in the A side to try and hold off this push. They do have their ultimates respectively. And with Psychomaki sending this 0 point out, that should give the information. Now what are Reckoning gonna do? 50 seconds on the clock. Are they gonna cut off noise? I think that's exactly what they're gonna do, maybe.
That's right.
Now they're gonna confuse them. Now F4F have no idea. These are gonna be coming in. Psychomaki using up the null command. Now they still have time if they want to go for a fast rotation, but looks like they're gonna be sticking in for this A side as Deadly with the Neon 30 HP only, as he's gonna try and lead the charge. Oh, they're going back.
Oh, this will be tight. This will be
This will be close.
extremely tight.
Angry. Oh, they realize Black Dog.
Taken out.
Oh, they're gonna get some frags, and they can't do anything to trade these. They're gonna have to try and run to the side because they don't have the time. Whips coming in from Harsh, not really what you want to see.
They're not gonna expect it. Oh, this is.
Enemy
Oh no! Bad luck saved the day. He saved the day. It's a 1v3, and this might just give Reckoning a ticket to the victory.
Good God, man. There has to be times where you have to slow down your pushes, when you have to hold, but bad love. Coming in strong here with the operator again. He took control of the entire game just as we expected, ladies and gentlemen. And this one player he's able to hold 12 and 10. And the rounds that should have gone in their favor a lot more earlier are finally coming back. Reckoning. They're alive, they're still kicking. But do they have enough strength left in them to finally go in for the last push over towards this A side and brute force the entry? That is what we really need to find out.
If they don't, I will be genuinely surprised. F4F, they don't have the money, they don't have the utility entirely, and down there at disadvantage. Good horn coming in from the side of the Fade, giving the positions away. And they've already pulled in a decent rotation. They can go for a rotation themselves, Reckoning. Try and confuse the players. Because right now, a little bit of a panic has set in between F4F. They realize that this is a situation they don't want to be in. This is not as close as they expected it to be. Now they're trying to overread this. Almost all 5 players are in this A side. There is side for utility holding on to B, but with these weapons, I don't know if the retake will be as easy as they think it is. 4 players, they're still expecting this to be an A hit. The reads are, they're gonna finally realize. Mombas, this recon is gonna be huge.
This recon is meant for the side entry take, but oh, they're selling this fake. And they're slowly running on back over to the
Oh
other
no,
side.
look at this. Look at the
All
map.
the wide
Look
games
at
here.
the map. Oh no. This is so bad for F4F. Only 2 players holding on. It's a dynamic duo again.
30 seconds
But
left.
this time they don't have much HP. Look at 65 HP on Black Dog. He sees the neon stuns, he sees the walls, and he realizes this is the side, and he gets taken down. Angry, does he go for a peek? Does he wait for his teammate? What does he do? Misses the headshot. Delhi gets one more onto AK God, and it looks like it is done and dusted. Aggressive.
Yeah, I think it's done, especially with the 2 to 4s coming in the hands of Bad Love as well. That one operator can easily change the tides of the battle, and he's just gonna hold from the top. And Angry jumping on down from the top side, possibly gonna try to go in for a catch, but he's gonna not find anything in the bag.
Attackers
And instead, the members of F4F, they put up a pretty good fight, I have to say. Honestly speaking, that was nicely done, but at the end of the day, was it enough? No, it was not.
Yeah, it was really good to see them play with that aggression. It was really working out for them in the beginning. Then they switched something up. It was nice to see them changing stuff up, but that really cost them a bunch of their rounds that could have given them the equal scoreline coming into the second half. Instead, they played at the 7-5, and then they lost the pistol round that gave them even more of a disadvantage. And not to mention, they had the disconnected player in the first couple of rounds. So, yeah, it was a tough time for both sides, both parties involved, but regardless, somehow, despite everything, it was such a fun match. There were some really interesting gunfights, really fun situations for players, and I mean, it's always a treat to see players deal with these. I mean, look at that. Angry making his impact known, like, oh, I was gone for a couple of rounds, let me just win my team around all on my own somehow.
Spike down mid.
Cyber came in out of absolutely nowhere. He's like you know the Tom and Jerry scene? Like, you know the Tom and Jerry scene where Jerry had a cousin that could beat up pretty much anyone, even those
Oh
big
yeah.
That's what
Oh,
Angry is.
he's here.
Big cousin. I'm coming to get these bullies for you. And then for riding out his momentum, honestly, as soon as he came back, they just completely took control. But you have to give it to Hirsch. Hirsch was just such an instrumental pillar for the members of Reckoning. His utility usage on point, the gunfights were key, and every single member, they just performed. And Reckoning, they put up some pretty good rounds, but the content, you have to say, it was present.
Yeah, it was a fun game and good utility from, as you said, from Harsh as well. Awkward moments are there. Yeah, we do see that coming in every now and then. But still, another prime example of how good the utility was from Reckoning. We did see pretty much the same thing from F4F, but it's just that the aggression was not matched up on the same pace. We did see them dashing into the side, but sometimes I'm seeing the Jet all alone in the side. He was completely stunned. He was deafened, marked. I mean, every kind of debuff there is, and there wasn't really much utility to assist him. And the pushes were really not on the same pace as the Jet. AK Gold is usually dashing into the side, and it's only a couple of seconds later that we are seeing the rest of the teammates walking in. But despite that, they did manage to get a bunch of rounds. They did give Reckoning a run for their money. And honestly, as you said, if they did manage to pull this in their favor, if they did manage to even take the lead at certain points of the game, I'd be genuinely surprised. I'm impressed regardless, but if they won, that would be, I mean, when you do stuff like this and then you win, it's just like, okay, how?
Yes. I guess it's just the Reckoning effect. Reckoning, they have a tendency of going for stuff like this, and somehow they make it out alive. They win out the game, but I guess the members of F4F, they won our hearts in the way that they have put up a pretty good fight. Honestly, this round could have easily turned things around. If Black Dog was able to find that shot over onto the planter, things were done, but Bad Love came into the rescue, dude. He has 25 frags. He's not going to be the one to take the #1 spot because Hirsch was the one to take a lot more aggressive engagements. And of course, his clutch rounds were just so beautiful. And you have to remember, whenever you are on ACS, it really does count the clutches in a lot of different scenarios. So,
Indeed. And he's been on the battlefield the entire time, and not only just taking the gunfights, providing the utility as well as the breach, as I said, as we both said, that it was impressive to see how they were able to set up their teammates, set up their players, the entries as well, to take those fights a lot easier. Deadly, we saw him walking in, we saw him winning the gunfights, but in a lot of those scenarios, he was taking down players that were stunned, that were flash, and that made it that much easier for him to win those fights and get the job done for his team. So that is the sort of stuff that we were looking for on a map like Ascent, those utility-based aggressive plays where you set up your entry, you set up your fraggers, and he's going to be able to get the job done quite easily. So the breach helped out in that scenario. We did see some similar stuff from the Fade as well. But yeah, overall, it was a really fun game. We didn't expect the lineup. The lineup was interesting, but it worked out in the favor, man. It's always fun when stuff like that happens.
that's for certain. But hey, the fun does not stop here. We still have one more game for you, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to be heading on down over into a short little break. And as we are going to be heading on down over into the break, make sure to check out all the links down below on the description from our sponsors. And also get yourself a ticket for the live event that's going to be happening on the 12th. Don't forget that. The arena is going to be right around the corner, and you don't want to miss it. It's going to be happening in Bangalore, so if you're not living there, make sure to get a train ticket as well on the sidelines. But for now, we're going to be heading on out, and we'll be back with you real shortly with the last game of the day. See you in a little bit.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics. from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the AMD Ryzen and Windows 11 present the TEC Challenger Series powered by Crucial. And after, let's say, a very momentous occasion from what we witnessed to be one of the most interesting games that have been played in a while over the last couple of days, we're now back onto Valorant with two teams that are well known to be consistent. As we head on down over towards the map video screen one more time to see exactly what Team Punished and Chillcourt have in store for us, things look to be quite interesting on that regard. But at the same time, you have to remember that there are a lot of different ideologies from both of these teams that can cause a lot of issues on that regard as well. Consider something, Kirito. Team Punish, they have a lot of big names, but at the same time, Chillcourt, they have a problem when it comes down to those early stages of the battle. And if Chillcourt have really worked on those problems, they can finally take a one-up against Team Punish, but Team Punish, they're relentless when it comes up with their aggressive plays.
Yeah, it's going to be important to have that early lead, isn't it? Especially in a map like Ascent. We saw in the last map where it was a very tight affair pretty much for the entire match, and it was exciting to see, but I could say that the players, they were having a tough time dealing with the pressure, and there was just so much going on in that matchup that it has an effect on your mental ability and your momentum as well when you have those tight matches. But yeah, that's just how Ascent works sometimes. You need to make sure you have a decent enough lead to keep your team's confidence up, the momentum up, and keep a good flow of the game. Keep yourself in the driver's seat of the pace of the game. So that will be important for those early round periods where you need to win out the buy rounds, you need to win out the pistol rounds, and then carry on with the rest of the half. Try and keep that weapons advantage. Try and win those buy rounds for your opponents, where they are going to have the better chances to take you down, so that you can play the eco rounds a lot more favorably. And for the opposition side that is going to be going through that economic turmoil, they're going to have to try and get as many, try and win out the buy rounds as much as possible and try and get some thrifties in. So that's going to give them an extra boost of money and try and get as much as cash out possible in every scenario. Getting frags, getting spike planted, stuff like that will come out really handy in the long run. So those are some of the impacts that I'm definitely looking to see. But the most important thing will be trying to get that early advantage in the beginning of the matchup. That will definitely, especially in BO1s, will really affect the mental of your opponents, because there's no second map to recover to. There is no second map cushion that you can, like, okay, we're gonna win out the next one, everything's okay. There's nothing like that. There's only one map.
They just have to wait and see how it really does fall into place for them, because currently, in my eyes, I'm going to give the members of Chillcourt a bit more emphasis on them winning here, because their team is just phenomenal in the way that they play. I love their play style, but on the other side, Team Punish, they've gone through pretty tough situations as well. Their adaptability is one of the biggest points of the team, but hopefully adaptability is just adaptability doesn't really get you through a lot of the sticky situations. Sometimes they take a little bit of time to slowly adapt to certain metas, certain strategies, and you can't really hope for that every single time when you are playing. You need to come out of the gates running. Otherwise, if you fall flat on your face, it's going to take you some time to pick yourself back up. And time is not something the members of Chillboard are going to give you in a lot of situations. As soon as they get to that 5 score line, especially with us going through Ascent all over again. I wish Universe was here instead. At least he could cast all the games in Ascent and you could hear him rage in the background.
I mean, again, I mean, one more thing that I really like about Ascent though is that these maps really get exciting in a lot of scenarios. Like, obviously, you have Fracture, you have Breeze, that will give you a little bit of the tactical aspect of the game, even Haven. But especially considering in the map of Ascent, it's just a lot more of that aggression coming in. You have the tactics ready. You have the okay, I'm gonna dash here. You're gonna blind that. You're gonna stun that. Those are the tactics that they have set up for the entries, for the site retake, stuff like that. But it's all gonna once the initiation starts, once the flashes are out, the recons are out, it's just absolute mayhem in there. And there's just so much utility going in. Those sites, they are so congested, and there's so many corners in those situations, those utilities, the players hiding around there. It can go absolutely chaotic. And we've seen some players win out rounds where they shouldn't have. We see maybe 2v4 situations going in favor of the teams that didn't have the advantage. And stuff like that only happens in a map where you can have those gunfights that allow you to make those possibilities happen. You where you can play off utility, play together, and just depend on your aim, and that's gonna give you the impact you need to try and win the rounds. Try and get that disadvantage in your favor, make it more favorable for you to win out the round. And we have seen that in the last maps. We have seen some clutches coming in. We have seen some blunders as well. But that's just how Ascent works, I guess, at this point, especially with how the agent compositions are now changing. We saw Neon coming in last round. Who knows? We might see a Euro now. It's never certain.
It's true. But again, Euro, I don't think that's gonna happen for the map of Ascent, but for buying, maybe. I'm pretty sure that you watched PRX versus Fnatic last night. And after that game, ooh la la. I'm a fan of pretty much any strategy PRX comes with.
Yeah, the W keyboard gaming, man, it's just like they just rush in, they don't care, and once it's working, it's just so fun to watch. But hopefully, we might see something similar to that as we are gonna see the agent selections coming in. Punished is gonna be going for another Neon pick. They have an Astra as well from Kazuya. We are gonna see the Fade, the Chamber, the KO. Is a pretty solid combination coming in. Again, Neon, we have seen some impact from it, but again, I'm not fully convinced that it is the most viable, and especially considering that a Fade is my personally, I would go with the Breach. The Fade can provide that same level of utility as the Breach, but it's gonna be a lot more difficult, a lot more. The Breach utility is just overall a little bit easier compared to the Fade. But yeah, we are gonna see Vibe switching out to the Raze regardless in the end. Meanwhile, the defenders, they are gonna be going for another tried and tested combination. We are gonna be seeing them going for the Omen, the Raze, the KO
Well, it's pretty much the
Chamber,
same.
and a Fade. So yeah, solid combinations from both sides, solid agent comps from either ends. It's just gonna be coming out to who's gonna be winning those gunfights and who's gonna get the advantage, the lead early on.
Yep. So, but again, the composition does feature an Omen instead of the Astra, and you know for a fact that we want to play the Rays. I really want you to pick up that Astra a little bit more. The Astra utility is just so phenomenal in certain situations that the Rays can finally utilize their utility in the proper sense and get value out of it in most cases. The level of value that you get out of Rays grenades are just so far in between that it's such a problem. But hey, you never really know. You have to expect the unexpected here because sometimes these teams, when they are playing mirrored compositions, whoever has the better communication is always the one to win, especially with this comp in particular. Now, the Fade is the primary setup for everything that the Rays will do. Why is the Fade so potent here in this particular map? Not only for the Astra, but also for the Fade. The Fade completely distorts any form of sound that the Rays could make. So you have no idea if a party is coming in your face. And if you're an introvert, you don't want to go to that party.
Yep, that will definitely make things interesting for the introverts, but looks like it's going to be a mid to 8 push. We don't really see that around that often, but the attackers here, Team Punish is going to be pushing in. Kawhi, oh, Big Daddy Kawhi is having some big problems there in that main area. Sean will get a follow-up on Solo Man, but trades are not coming in. They're all getting taken down from these players who aggress down A main, and they just get taken down, and immediately Chillcord winning out the first round of the first half. That will give them the economic advantage. Spectres should be in play, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It was an interesting strat to go from mid to A immediately instead of maybe trying to go for some picks. But again, it was the pistol round. You can't really strategize completely in those scenarios. But that will
I
give
love what you see
Chillcord.
there as well, Kiriko. They fought aggression with aggression. They went in
Yeah.
for a full-scale push, understanding that there's going to be a mid-push coming in. And because of that, they took full control of A main and pincered the attackers from 2 side points. That's not something that you can do every single time, but Satan could be the demonic ritual that we need for that squad. Looking for one, looking for the second.
Spike
Get
down,
hurt
B.
though. That's a pretty rough one for him. Big Daddy Kawaii, he comes alive to shut down Glyph and the last 2 players. I don't think they're gonna hold for long. Flash is gonna be present. Possibly another kill over from the side. Tries to find it. Leg shot. Through the leg, he gets 2 dinks. That's rough.
Yeah, Chillcord. I mean, good hold from Satan to buy time for his teammate. He will be taken down though, but still, the good consistent aim is showing. He's got that Spectre in hand. He was able to manage to get a couple of frags out of it. So once he gets his hand on those rifles, I'm expecting to see some really disciplined fragging, really clean aim from his end. But right now it is it is team punished with the weapons advantage. They will be having the rifles as Sean will be taking the fight to them. I'm loving this aggression from Chillcord. They're pushing down the main regions so aggressively and so consistently with utility, but good read from Vibey. He's gonna be able to predict the position of players and walking in Kazuya with a follow-up frag onto the chamber, and now they have control of the main, but the players are still present. Satan gets one with the ghost onto the chamber. And the 2 players holding on to A main, they should be aware of this, Team Punish, but if they don't take care of them, this could go out of hand
Spike
real soon.
planted.
They still have the man advantage though, so there's no reason to hurry up. The spike is planted.
I think they're waiting for Satan to get into position. If Satan is able to get that first initial frag, things will look good for him, but I don't think he's in the position to go in for any form of a setup. Nope, that's not going to be a catch, though. Satan gets taken out. Flashes coming in from either end, not really getting any form of value, and I do believe that the members of Chillcord, they're just completely shut out. This bonus round not really going in their favor, and the members of Team Punish, they get their first round guarantee.
Yep, they are not going to be able to win out these. They're trying to get into the site from
One enemy
as far as they
remaining.
can. Oh, Vibey, nice clean shot from his end. But yeah, the round, as we predicted, will go in favor of Team Punished, and they are going to get the first on the board. They did have the better weapons. They got the spike down, and they took down the majority of players from Chillcord. So that will give them a pretty decent amount of cash left over in the follow-up rounds to play with. But yeah, Chillcord will have their own buys coming up, their own rifles, their armory will be stacked after that round. So with the lead still in their favor, they can try and make this a 3-1. And as we did say, the economy is going to be important, and the momentum as well. Having that lead, if Chillcord manage to get a 3-1 scoreline, push back Team Punished economy, they can try and get into a situation where their momentum will be unstoppable. Again, Team Punished trying to go towards the mid. They've been doing this consistently. This time not to A, they're going to be rushing towards market. Smokes are going to be coming in as they're trying to get into the site. First frag in favor of course, Gamer. As Sean gets in the frag on Solomon. So much is happening, so many frags, but it's all going to come down to a 3v2 situation. Fate, he's going to be falling back. They realize that maybe an A-side rotation should be the case, but Slopsy through the wall and increases the advantage to his team. Now they can just wait for the spike to be planted and wait for the teammate to get the to get the frag, get information about the position of the final player.
Zod. Right around the corner, but Shlogsy, he has that rat angle. There's no way!
Ooh. They should trade him though. Oh, the double peek. Yep.
My god. Shlogsy did a big whiff, but at least his teammates are going to be there to reconcile for him. 3-1. Vibey taking a full-on pause here. Pretty smart for the members of Team Punish as they need to try and stop this momentum before it gets a bit too out of hand. Chillcord, they're also going to take a back foot. Now, with the coach being present, they're going to be able to get some form of information at the bare minimum from both ends, but
Here.
it still doesn't look that good for the members
Here.
of Team Punish, does it? They're getting shut down in so many different of their attack strategies, but the main issue is they're going in for single-minded pushes. No real fakes, no real forms of utility being invested to gain that space. But instead, they're trying to take as many gunfights as they possibly can, and it can work in a couple of rounds, but you can't expect it to just keep on working over and over again mindless.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of time where your opposition is going to be able to read out what's happening and try and counter it. It won't work forever, as you just said. But still, with the timeout coming in their favor, they will be able to come up with a plan and hopefully figure out a strategy that will allow them to get some rounds in the favor. Because right now, side of Chillcord, they have a comfortable lead. They have a comfortable economy. Team Punished going for a bit of a force buy. They are going to be forcing themselves onto rifles. They are going to be able to afford a proper armory. But if they do lose this, their economy will be it will be punished, to say the least. But yeah, they definitely need to find some impact in this round, especially try and win out some gunfights, try and get the spike down, and hold on to the site. As we are going to see Chillcord playing patiently in the side of a Sloxy, holding an angle with the Bulldog.
There.
5B. He's got to do the entry. They're wary about this positioning in the wine. As we're going to see the raise also coming in. 5B. Oh, he's going to be disabled as the KO null command comes in. And he's going to be taken down. But the trades are there. Trades are there from TC Worst Gamer. As we are going to see 5B walking in. Kazuya with a follow-up. Oh, they just absolutely demolish those players in trees. Worst Gamer, he's still holding on to some nade. We'll be tagging him up a little bit. Sean trying to find a counter nade, but the fragment is slowing him down, keeping at bay. As trades are gonna come in, but it's a 2v3 situation. Are they aware of Sean? The smoke is gonna cause him a lot of problems, and 5B is gonna take care of him. 1v3 all onto the fade. Thinking, what's he gonna do? There's a hunt flying. That's actually a seize, but he gets some information. Doesn't even matter. They all peek him at the same time, and Kazuya is gonna take him down. 3-2, Team Punished, 1 away from equalizing.
That was a good chunk of utility being invested, and the execution was just perfect. They had everything under control there. Pause have been called out, and immediate. Pretty smart, pretty wholesome on that regard as well. You have to remember how fast that execute was as well. It was incredible to watch. Instantaneous push from the members of Team Punish to completely catch the members of Chillcord off guard. And that's what you would love to see. Utility on point, no real stops, and the trades were absolutely perfect. But 5B got absolute demon though in that situation. Pushing through the smoke and immediately trying to go in for a frag like that. That's something.
Yeah, especially considering that his ultimate was disabled early on, and he was unable to use the showstopper. In most cases, a lot of the race players would be caught off guard a little bit, but he remained calm, he remained composed, and he got a couple of frags, and he was able to give his team the advantage into the entry. He was able to give them the sight, and that won them the round. And with 3-2, putting the side of Chillcord to an eco, that should give them the chance to equalize, make this a 3-3, try and take the lead later on. But yeah, again, these close matches, in a sense, they're always so hectic, always so fun to watch, always so chaotic. And with the agent compositions coming in, we don't have any breaches, we don't have any Sobas in play, but we do have the fades in both teams. So Nightfalls are going to be really, really important. And also combined with the Omen Paranoias and everything, that should make this a really entertaining matchup. But so far, things are the only entertaining and the only aggressive and fun stuff that I am seeing from the Team Punish side is their mid pushes that really have not seen any direct counter from Chillcord just yet. It is still very early in the matchup. But oh wow, Glyph, that was ambitious, trying to go for a feat there. He's going to be able to TP away as 5B is going to be doing the entry all the way towards CT. 2 HP, he lives, and he gets the frag on the Glyph as well. He's still alive and he's still fighting. He's still in the game. As the rest of the teammates are going to be walking in, they need to clear this side quick as the rotation's here though. 2 players still in that boathouse area. They're going to be pushing in and taking them down. Satan gets 1 frag, but the trades aren't there.
What? They left him alone at the back side. Hello?
I was confused. Was that a teammate or was that
an attacker? Wait, what? Satan was just chilling on the back of side, casually reloading his gun. He's like, this is fine. This is fine. I'm an ugly boy. Don't look at me.
Oh god. That was certainly something interesting, and that's gonna give the third round in favor of Team Punish. Good entry though, Vibey, man. This guy is absolutely crazy and fearless on the entry. 2 HP, he still doesn't give a damn. He's still fighting, he's still going for those frags. And again, the aggressive mid push. There is a chamber trap there, and they should be taking care of that. They're going to see the ultimate coming in from Team Punish. Operator for Glyph from up top gets one Nightfall, but look at this aiming control. Every time they should be expecting this Glyph is forced to fall back, but Sean, oh my god, down Daddy Kawaii. And with that, there's only one player alive for Team Punish, the Chamber, as he gets taken down as well. That will be a 4-3. Such an aggressive push from Team Punish, but even the simplest thing as taking control of Team Main has completely disrupted that aggression.
That works.
It's all on the back of Sean. The way that he went in for that first initial pickup though was fast, was quick, and it was systematic. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, they had the control, they had the play under wraps, but for now, it's a 4-3 scoreline. Nothing really out of the ordinary just yet. But
You want to play?
here's where
Let's
things
play.
will start to begin to be a bit more flavorful, I do believe. To the forced hands of the attack, but Glyph just way faster catches out Big Daddy Kawaii. That's gonna be the first kill, and with Glyph taking away the KO, the initiation aspect just gets a lot more slower, especially when you know for a fact there's a showstopper waiting for you on the defense.
Indeed. Showstopper, Nightfall for the retake. Even have an Omen ultimate for fast rotations, sneaky plays, TPing into boathouse when you're not expecting it. Coming in, Floki will be aware of that, and he can be sending out the 0 point to try and help out worst aimer, CC worst aimer, to try and get a frag, but instead he's gonna be taken down, make this a 4v4. 40 seconds left, and they're going back to A. And this might just work out. Team Chillcore, they're still kind of confused on which side they should hold on. So far,
30
they should
seconds
just stick
left.
together. They should just hold on, hold their positions, and maybe play for the retake. Because now they have no idea. With the smokes coming in, that's a very early smoke. They should try and play this as safe as possible. Sean, he's in a world of hurt. He's going to be using a showstopper, trying to get the frag, as he will be getting one. Trading will not come in just
remaining.
yet. Oh,
10
takes him through
seconds
the
left.
smoke.
Spike down
Hits the
B.
spike, and 7 seconds. Round is lost. There's only one
Player
player left.
standing.
Kazuya though gets a couple
No
of
time, no
frags,
time, no time, no time.
but no time. And he doesn't know where the
Still
last
just
player
wait.
is. Oh, does he peek? He's peeking. Operator's been recovered. Oh! That could have been dangerous.
That could have been costly. But hey, sometimes flirting with danger is quite necessary.
One enemy
It's good
remaining.
for your health as well.
Straight in the head. Satan, man. What was that shot?
Last player standing.
Well, interesting eco for Team Punish. They will be playing with some shotguns. They will be playing with some interesting buys. Vibey's got the switch. He's one away from the ultimate if he wants to try and find some impact. Big Daddy Kawhi is on that sheriff on top mid. He's got to hit some really crispy shots. Those two going for those jiggle peaks. Doesn't spot much, but he should know that there's a lot of activity going down in that mid. They do have a chamber trap for that market position, so they can play the side as comfortably as they can. As they position reveal up close in B main. Sending those prowlers, sending those seizes to try and slow this push down. A little bit early on that seize, but still enough to push them away for now. Or so I thought. They're still holding on to A main. Looks like they can fake a rotation and try and push into B later on, but you gotta be aware. Fade and the Raze they still have a lot of utility to work with, and considering that Vibey doesn't have best of weapons to do the entry, he's gonna have to depend on his satchels to take him to the fight and depend on his teammates to watch his back. 30 seconds on the clock, they have to commit this side, and utility being used. Oh, Vibey, the real nade is gonna be very useful, but the frags go in favor of Team Punish. They're gonna be able to enter into the side of B, but the rotation is here. Spike will be planted, but 3v2.
Spike
Ooh,
planted.
unless Kazuya doesn't get one though.
Last player standing.
This was a pretty big one for them to find.
What just happened?
Last
I
player
missed everything
standing.
here, it seems.
I don't know what just happened. Okay, they won the round.
Manan just got that frag. Hello?
Kazuya just I mean, this looks like such a messy push. They lost a bunch of their players. They were still able to get into the site, but Kazuya managing to get both those frags there does get taken down in the end, but Manan was able to finish things off, and that was a very, I did not expect them to win out that round. Team punished 5 and 4, one away from trying to make this equal. So this is going to be a big round for them.
Spike retrieved.
Tough position though.
Where are these
Maybe.
bushes?
So aggressive. Here comes the showstopper.
He's like, oh, run away!
Oh,
fade-
it's a fade away.
fade though.
Shoot down another one, and my God, the
Oh,
map.
this push has been
Down
absolutely
A.
destroyed.
How even
Oh
are
my-
they getting away with stuff like this? Chillcord, how do you get these frags? How are you still alive? Sean with the fadeaway, then Satan coming in from the top end to shut down Vibey. Absolute utter insanity.
Spike down A.
Man, I don't know what just happened. That looked like such a good push. It was a little bit, it was a little bit interesting, them just running down catwalk, giving all the information away to the opponents, so they could take position on the A side to try and hold this off. But still, it looks so menacing. It looks so dangerous, especially with the Raze ultimate coming in from Vibey. And he's been so effective on that Raze. Oh, Glyph says hi to a Prowler opening his mouth. Tries to take a shot. Fall back, has to TP back. And he's all alone in this side. The Omen ultimate comes in, and is he gonna stick it?
Cover going out.
They're gonna be trying to hold on to this side as they're taking
Okay,
the covering in
shoot
Satan.
for
Dude, this guy is on something else. This has happened, but still the side take is not complete. It now is. Oh, the fade ultimate. Quick retake from the side of Chillcord, 3v4 situation.
Last player standing. One
Oh,
enemy
he has
remaining.
no idea. Man has no idea. He's deafened. He has no idea where the players are.
Last round before the switch.
My God.
That's fate for you.
I feel bad for Vibey though. God damn it, dude. You don't want to be in situations like that, especially when you're getting run down in a couple of seconds. That's a big catch though. So at this point, how are you feeling about this match though, Kirito? Because I feel a little bit antsy.
I don't know what's happening. Yeah, exactly. Angsty. What is going on? I don't know what to feel. And these pushes, they're good. They're working out, but I just, it's sort of disorganized. Like, what was that? What was that? Closing at the front. Vibey with the judge pushing in. Finds both. Oh, he's still alive. Trade does have to live though, but it's a 3v4 situation. 3v2 actually. Considering the KO is down. And oh, Sean! Oh my God! Whoa! He's gonna pull out the showstopper. Doesn't get a frag on the player in hell. Spots him out though, but the teammates are there to save him out. 2v1 situation. Chill got an advantage, but the peek comes in from Manan, and he's not gonna be ready for the player up close. Chillcord, quick and nice retake, 8 and 4. Good control of the pace of the game.
Today, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you were saying?
Switching sides.
Fast, that was quick, that was clean. The members of Chillcord, they have the entire map under control, but hey, 4 rounds on the attack, it's a respectable scoreline to be an 8-4. So Team Punish, as they're going into the much more favorable side of the map of Ascent, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, they do have a good team composition as well. I mean, if they can replicate some of the utility plays that happen from side of Chillcord on defense and replicate the gunfight as well, they should be in a decent spot to try and make this comeback. But again, easier said than done.
Okay.
IB though, looking for his own bit of an engagement.
Oh, Sean.
Nearly had a dance with death.
Oh,
He's gonna be able to shut him down though, but Shlogsy wanted to go in for that trade, but he also got caught up because of it. 3 versus 4 situation on the map. The attackers already lost out on so many of their members. Things don't look that good for them, but regardless, you can hope for better. Satan. Slow work up from the side of A main, trying not to make any noise. Kazuya has that sixth sense. Now he's just gonna wait, playing it smart, playing it slow. That is what you love to see.
Bro, to clear out that wine, and they will hear that, the players in A main, and they're calling for a rotation. The chamber is gonna move all the way to the side of A, but they are slowly but surely pushing into the side of B. And there's not really much utility from the Sentinels to try and give information to the player in the site. Oh, Big Daddy Kawhi doesn't spot the player in mid. Fade's gonna go unnoticed. And it's all gonna come down to the Fade inside of B.
30 seconds left.
And with this haunt being discovered, oh,
Last
spotted
player
him.
standing. Spike down B.
It's all onto Glyph, and he's surrounded from both sides. The wallbank's coming in. He's trying to get some shots in, but with the classic, Anand's gonna finish him off. 8 and 5, and they needed that pistol round. With that buy round coming up, they should try and close things much more on the round difference.
If they did win that pistol, that would have been insurmountable. Members of Chill Court could have easily turned it on its head and instantly just ran everything down. But again, I have seen Chill Court perform better when it comes down to their buy rounds, so I guess it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about there. Gun disparity will be present, but Kel'Thuzad looking to get a forward avenue for himself, but doesn't really find out much just yet.
Forced to push back Manan. He's still holding on to this though. There's still players. They're gonna be going for the spams. Oh my god. These fades, man. How are they hitting these through the smokes? I get it, they're initiators, they have X-ray vision or something, but no utility by now. Oh, he's in a good position. Can
remaining.
find both players. The trade does happen from Glyph though, but he's all alone. Oh man, trying to get his own chamber tip. Brought down to the classic. Used up all his blood. The nade should do some damage. He will be avoiding that. But he's just on a sliver of health. Oh, Vibe finishes him off. Triple kill for him, and an 8 and 6. We did expect it to come in, and it did happen. So team punished. They're looking for to close out this. Man, I mean, again, how? Finds both frags there. Just how?
This build different, it seems. The way that everything was played out here was immaculate in that regard. And Kel'Thuzad, oh boy, he's picking up a pretty deadly gun in that regard. So possibly another catch for him to find. But Glyph, playing it a bit dangerous though, has the proper angle, but the jump spot could just be deadly for him to try and hold on to. Kel'Thuzad right around the corner, doesn't really find the first initial frag, but it's gonna be Manan being able to shut down one, but the judge, it doesn't really find value in Manan. Oh, the spray just does not connect. He gets taken down, but still it's a 3 versus 3 situation regardless, with the attackers finally getting the spike plant down, but a massive disadvantage because of the gun disparity between both of these teams.
HP is low on Vibe as well. And all 3 players are inside. If they can play this together, they can try and find an impact. Oh, Vibe's got other ideas though. He will be spotted out. Here utility slowing him down, suppressing him. Some spams coming in. Oh, Kazuya suicidal TP, man. What is he doing?
One enemy remaining.
Maybe he's gonna get the fall off. It's all onto the low HP raise. 50 to be exact. I don't know. He could be much less. The spams are coming in. They're gonna try and get every shot possible. He's got the judge.
much
Doesn't
further.
even matter.
One shot at that range, hello?
I don't know, man. Did he miss? Maybe it's not. Maybe the entire judge shot wasn't on the body.
Honestly speaking, even if I use the judge at that range,
Anyone
it still
feeling
has a
generous?
way of hitting for like 9 damage, so it's fine.
It's weird how sometimes these games work. Like sometimes it feels like the Bulldog is so much more accurate than the Vandal. Maybe sometimes the Shorty is so much more impactful in these close range fights. And people can multi-kills in that thing somehow. I have no idea. Oh, they're a win paranoia, but Vibe doesn't peek though. The paranoia comes in, he doesn't peek, and he's gonna send nade instead. Spams are gonna come in. Oh, he got
beautiful.
The bot will it spot out the player on the right though? They're not aware of him.
I think they're
Or are
aware.
they?
They should know.
Oh, they're oh, look at that simultaneous death. Glyph and Sean both fall. And another one. This Sean is turned on its tables. Sean, can he pick up the orb? He's gonna get his ultimate. At least one away from his ultimate.
He's
Is it
expecting
gonna
a
fall
peek
back?
up from the back. This is bad.
This is confusing. Both sides are confused now.
Complete reset from both ends. They're trying to play this one systematic and slow. Sean has been such a game changer throughout every single one of these rounds. He's performing so beautifully. And good God, man, if this is how it's gonna go, the members of Team Punished, they need to try and pull off a miracle here. No smokes, no nothing, but Kel'Thuzad does have some utility to play around with, but doesn't have the gun for the angle. Gets caught. He should have played it aggressive. He should have gone out a bit more. Everything could have been there for him, but now Solo. He also doesn't have a weapon for this fight. He only has a Spectre, and he needs to make sure that Spectre reigns supreme from this range. Working his way up. The double piece just gonna be better. And Gillette with a triple to finish it all off. 10 and 6 in a round that should have gone in the favor of Team Punished instantly. Got thrown away a couple of seconds for a very aggressive push. Why did they go in for this?
They didn't even have to push, honestly. But
Yeah, that's the thing. The push is one of the main reasons why they lost. Yeah, clearing that is not really a problem. Sometimes you're not going to clear every angle. You're not going to expect it. It happens to the best of us, even in the professional scene. But why
maybe
go
they
in for
just
that
wait
risky
for the
push?
smoke to dissipate. Just wait for the smoke. Even holding that wouldn't be a bad idea. They just threw that round away. It could have been so impactful for them, especially considering the scoreline. They need every round they can get now. Look at that Vibe on the other hand, trying to aggress on. I don't know what weapon he has, but certainly not something that can get that long range fight win against a rifle at that range from top mid to B main. So he's gonna be holding his horses. One on with.
What's his Bucky one shot?
Ion Bucky versus the Ion.
Face your fear!
And
Don't you-
oh, he gets one. He gets
Wait,
one. The
he
great
got
one.
the fade away again! Sean, how are you doing this? He just thrown fade and Sean. My God, Solo, he just TP'd into it. He's fixing his tie in the middle of the chaos.
This is confusing. This is so confusing. Closely, he's holding on to the marked door. The door is gonna be broken. The weapons is sturdy, that they are aware of him. But oh, he's swinging left, right, and center, hitting those shots right in the head. Glyph will get the trade though, as Vibe does take him down. It's an 11 and 6. They lose a couple of players, but it's no big deal, as they have this huge round lead. Their economy is good. Their momentum is good. Look at those entries. They're playing so effectively. And Sean, just getting how does he hit those? Did he throw it in CT? He threw it in CD, didn't he?
And I love it when you see it though, dude. God damn, Vibey, that was quick. But at the end of the day, even he can't really do much.
Yeah, Vibe's
No
been
one kill
trying-
with the judge.
Vibe's been trying entire match to get some impact. And I'm seeing the potential. We're all seeing the potential where he's not finding the shots. He's not finding the frags. At least as much as he would have preferred to.
Roxy's though, he's on towards mid. Trying to get that first bit of an advantage. Omen ultimate still not on the card, so the spike being in spawn, slightly questionable. They made that mistake probably because if they had the Omen ultimate, I would understand what they were going in for, but without it, yeah, they're gonna pick up that spike, go in for a full-on turnaround here. Get some value going in early and understand exactly which avenue they want to fight for. B side could be ripe for the picking, but look at Solo. He's on the top side with the operator in his hand as well. This could be good. This could be bad as well. Don't know what to expect, but where's Aimer? He's right there around the corner. If he spots up this gun barrel, it's done. He's walking in towards the side. He's full
30
control.
left.
He knows. Does he know? Is
Nope, he
gonna
doesn't.
stay-
He's gonna clear.
Oh, he hard clears it now. Oh, look at the rotation. Oh, vibing. Oh, he does that. He has no idea. He has no idea that the trade comes in though.
Look at this.
Fall and they run to A. Lift
Spike
gets
down
one.
A.
Kazuya trying to hold on, but it's a 2v3.
10 seconds left.
Worst aimer is already in heaven. The spike's gonna be planted. Oh, what does he do? He's not really unscoped at the exact first time possible. V2. They're chasing also.
This could be good or bad at the same time, but I think they're doubling up over from the other end. Kel'Thuzad already gave away the noise. He's on the drop side. That's gonna be a catch, and the double peak. They're gonna be able to shut him down. No misses whatsoever there at a 12-6 scoreline and 6 runs consecutive to try and survive in this entire tournament. I don't think it's gonna happen, not anytime soon. There's no second chances for you. This is qualifiers too.
Man,
And if you're out here, you're done for.
that was such a hectic round. That was such a nail-biting round to the end. Worst aimer walking into the side. I think he saw him. I think he saw Big Daddy Kawhi and was able to land the shot onto him and hit the entry into A. They could have gone into B as well, but there was obviously the risk of Amanan who had the auto force active. Now he has the operator. No, he's to get impact, and he will get the impact. Can't take him down. KO ultimate will be used up. Ronel command active, and a follow-up shot from him. And
Spike down A.
they line up.
Nope, they didn't line up. The guy just sidestepped it and went in for a
One
shot.
enemy remaining.
That's gonna get the couple of frags. Triple kill for him as he takes down the KO. Roxy will be falling. Vibey sends a nade flying to clear the right side and the boombot to clear the left. And he's gonna be satchering in. Knows exactly where he is. The boombot will connect and allows Fate to get the shot in with the classic. We live to fight another day. How many days?
One enemy remaining.
The real question here. 12-7 though, so still in the running, but it will be a difficult run. It's more like a marathon currently, not even a sprint. That last round was a bit more problematic because the members of Chillcore, they have tried to go in for these fast heavy rushes and it never really worked out,
You want to
especially
play?
against
Let's
this
play.
team. So I don't know exactly what idea they're going in for. Here comes the ultimate, and here also comes the nightmare. Vibey had the perfect timing to go in for even more. This is why I love this competition between these teams.
Oh!
One enemy remaining.
The trades come in though. Chillcore only one player alive. But he's walking into A. I mean, he might get the frag onto Manan, who's aware of that positioning. He's aware of that possibility. But what's he gonna do after that? Oh, the gun barrel. Oh, he spots it. And the shot comes in, but he's able to TP away. First time he's aware though. Paranoia comes in. Oh, whoa. He runs into it. He has no idea where he is. Is he gonna pick up the operator? He will. Trying to steal the weapon. Trying to steal the most expensive thing on the floor. But they're slowly triangulating.
Oh, he
on
just
him.
threw it away. He doesn't care.
What? Why?
He threw it away. No. I understood what he was trying to do. He wanted to throw away the operator as fast as he could.
He did?
Yeah, he threw it away.
But they should be good.
Yeah, but eco damage, you know.
Yeah, I mean, do as much as you can. Man, oh, that was some anime stuff right there. Worst aimer, despite being the last man alive, will be able to get as much as impact as he can, taking on that operator, dropping it out of the map, and I mean, they're still one map away, and Team Punish need to win 4 in a row. It's quite a tall task ahead of them, so Chillcore can chill down a little bit, as their name suggests, calm down, try and play these rounds a lot more calmly, and if they want to, step it up, pedal on the metal. If they have any appointments to attend to, they can hurry up and finish the match and get on with life. But with this timeout coming in for the set of Chillcore, I guess they realize that they want to play it maybe a little bit more safer, a little bit more slower. They don't want to give away rounds to Team Punish, because again, with how aggressive Vibey is and the amount of support he's getting while entering, the amount of impact he's getting with that raise, they realize that this could turn on its tables on their own tables real quick if they don't come up with a strategy to try and handle it. Chill cord again.
They're getting
Taking a
schooled
chill.
though. Yeah. Especially with this pause, at least they broke the momentum that was building on the other side. And that's a pretty tough one because now you will be in that scenario where, as a team, you're going to start taking a bit of a hit. Shloxi, though, slowed the pace down quite heavily, and that's pretty good. The fact that they're playing this slow does mean that they figured out maybe too much of an aggressive play is hurting them quite a bit here, but look at the wine sideline. My god, the KO is already in such a good spot for an opening push. But Warsamer, such a beautiful shot. Takes down Big Daddy Kawhi. That's a first kill. And he's looking for one more. Possibly he will be able to find it.
Oh, the clean headshots. Oh, so whoa, that shot connected. That looked way off, but for some reason it connected. Maybe I'm just blind. But 4v3,
Are blind.
I am. I'm blinded by these extremely crazy shots that Manan has been hitting, especially with the operator finding that impact. But look at
Who is
this.
the attacker? Who is
What
the
do they-
defender?
I have no idea. A side is completely open for
There.
the attackers, but Vibe's gone. Oh, Cliff!
Oh no!
5 seconds left. Out of charges.
He walks into these two players just chilling in front of him. Satan will be aware though, but he's trying to run away. Kazuya will be taken
Find
up by
you.
Sean, and now the advantage is ruined.
Spike
2v2
planted.
scenario, and now team punished, fighting to stay alive. No ultimates active just yet. Satan's position should be revealed, but he's still got full HP. As the horn comes in, door will be opened up, operating in the hands of Manan. Oh, this angle though,
Last
Satan's
player
nasty.
standing.
He gets
One
one,
enemy
the
remaining.
fade dip, and he keeps it alive for his team.
Too close for comfort, Sean. He nearly pulled off a miracle. If he found that headshot, that was done and dusted. But the fact that he crouched really gave Kel'Thuzad the opportunity that he needed to go in for that clutch. Kel'Thuzad, though, he's been coming in clutch in so many scenarios. Just like his character. He's making sure that his entire team is gonna rise from the dead. I don't think you know who Kel'Thuzad is, do you?
I do not.
It's a character from a game. You're not cultured enough to know that.
What game?
Warcraft.
Where are you?
Oh, I have heard a lot of the game, but I haven't played it. Someday, hopefully, but
It's basically he's basically known as the Lich King.
oh, he's a. I've heard that name before.
Not the Lich King. He's like he's known as a Lich,
One enemy
and
remaining.
he is known to raise people from the dead. And just like this, just look at Kel'Thuzad. He's making things happen.
Teleport's broken.
Is he that guy who has like a skull for a face?
Teleport's ready.
Red flames turn blue.
Not really. More like he floats in the air, and he's. It's hard to explain unless you see a picture of him. But what else is hard to explain is the fact that they're going in for such incredible plays. Like, look at this. Here you go.
They're an eco.
Yeah, I understand that, but they were on a 12 and 6. Now it's 12 and 10.
Things are getting dicey for Chillcord. They still have a bye this round, so if they want to finish them off, this is the round where you have to do it. Because if you don't, you're not gonna have the money in the next round, and it's gonna be 12 and 12. Overtime will be called upon.
Face your fear!
Fall comes in, but he gets lands. the
Spike
second
down,
one,
B.
and the spike has dropped. Wait, they're running away without the spike.
They have the Omen ult. They have the Omen ult.
Oh, they have the. Oh, they do have the Omen ult. They can walk in, recover it later on. Kazuya holding on. Takes down Worst Tamer. Now they don't. 2v5 situation. They don't even know they have the spike. Now they should know it's the smoke dissipates. Maybe
One
out of
enemy
there. The
remaining.
satchel gets him. You don't have to do him like that. Kazuya is the only player standing in the side of A. 30 HP. Slogsy is right there on the other side of the smoke. Both shoulders spotted. Kazuya stays alive. The fake TP comes in. But Slogsy is smart enough to read that. 1v4. Imagine if he wins this.
In a faraway dimension,
Ooh,
yes, but
cough.
he's going in a faraway dimension, yes, but to go up against
Oh.
Mon, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not against this operator. Beautiful clean shot. And Solo
Teleport's ready.
takes that kill that he needs. My
Nice
god.
spot, 10 times
Possibility
more.
for overtime. It's already there. Remember what I said before this broadcast started? There's a good chance this will head to overtime.
Yeah, I
And my
mean,
curse reigns true.
dude, Chillcore had such a big advantage, though. It's just a question.
One enemy
Some
remaining.
really simple mistakes. They could have played it a lot more better. They could have avoided this entire situation. They had 5 rounds in a row. One of them were an eco. And now they're scraping their money to buy some weapons, scraping their bank to get some armor. They will be able to afford all rifles, but half armors all around for a few players. And who knows, in this situation, that could be the difference between life and death. 25 points less on that armor. That could be all it takes for Team Punish to get into overtime. 12 and 12. And look at the impact, though. Look at the frags. Both of the raises on 22. They've been getting so much of action in this game. The rest of the players actually playing their utility quite well as well. They were all getting their impacts. They were all hitting their shots and providing the utility for the teammates as well. So it's everybody's performing pretty decently. Everybody's hitting the shots whenever they need to take the gunfights. They're taking them. It's working out. There's not really an individual player that you can sort of look at and be like, maybe he needs to step up a little bit. Maybe the utility from this agent's end isn't enough. Everything's there. There's lurking, there's full-on rushes, there's quick retakes, there's slow retakes. This match has it all.
This match has everything that we would ever want. All the lows, all the highs, ups and downs, everything is there, but now it's the home stretch for both of these teams.
Who knows, it would be without a jet.
Yep. No, the thing is that you don't
Couple
need a
of
jet
months
anymore
ago,
in this current
yeah.
meta.
A couple of months ago, I would not have believed you.
Yeah, a couple of months ago, but now with the meta shifting and people understanding exactly how strong utility can be in this game, and them learning exactly how to play around with it as well, it just changes the tides of battle. But again, utility needs to be key in so many different situations. They're not able to find out much, and Vibe, the spam, nearly catches the hairline of one of these players, but now Kel'Thuzad in a pretty tough situation. Needs to run it away from the side, but again,
Got
the
utility.
legend from the dead, he's still alive, he's still kicking. He takes out 3!
That is huge, but the trades are coming in though. Glyph, he gets a couple more, making it a 2v2. It's a fight between life and death. Chillcore, they need to win this, but 10 HP on Glyph.
Strokesy, absolute chat.
What happened there? What happened there? What happened there? Wait, what?
No, Shlogsy just got the aim dip of his life. The man just swung out of a corner and he just didn't care. That swing out and just tapped 2 faces instantaneously. That peak was a little bit too quick.
That
should
was
not have
way too
happened.
quick. That was way too quick. We were expecting for a trade, one trade for one team's favor, and then the follow-up trade coming in. No, all I see is 2 blue marks, and it's in favor of Team Chillcore. It's like, when did that happen? And then we shift to his POV, and he's staring at 2 corpses lying on the floor. And I did not even realize. I thought we were gonna have this epic ending, but that was kind of anticlimactic. I'm not gonna lie, but still, the rest of the match was absolutely amazing. We had, as we said a few seconds back, that this match had everything. We had the quick side takes, Vibe jumping in, satcheling in, as we're gonna see in the highlights. We had the support from the teammates. We had Kel'Thuzad again, as you said, holding on to the side. The phase as well, Satan as well. He's been doing that on defense as well. The great utility from the KO. I mean, everybody actually found their impact. Like the chamber as well, once they got their hands on the operators, once they were able to get those weapons that they should find impact from, they got the impacts, they landed the shots. And utility from everybody's end was really great. Again, this match had it all. That's all that's really there really is to say.
Honestly, both teams played it very well. Chillcord, they kind of did drop the ball in a lot of these past rounds where they could have done something a bit more different for their entire team, but Team Punished, man, they had a dream run to turn things back. They were losing out on so many situations. Satan being an absolute demon, just like his name, he was coming alive in so many of these rounds. And then Sean, man, Sean deserves all the praise in the entire world. Him, the way that he opens up sides, they got so close to winning even the most impossible of rounds. But Team Punish, they didn't stop relenting in any way, shape, or form. Just look at these fadeaways. Sean found so many of these, and that's what you would love to see. These are the type of rounds that Chillcore started to win that just snowballed everything out of control. It's stuff
So
like
much
that.
happening.
Yeah, it was just a really good game. Both teams, they played their hearts out, but right at the very end, Chillcord, they were able to close things down before things got out of hand. Because we know for a fact if the overtime came in, it was all done and dusted and over.
The momentum that Team Punish would have felt in that overtime would have been very difficult to counter. I mean, look at these scenarios, look at these fights that they've taken, and every single fight we see the fade utilities come in, and there's just so much happening. We see the smoke through the frags through the smoke from the fades. Vibe, he's fragging out. He's just holding W key, as you said, the pure X playstyle. He's just holding W key. He's basically cosplaying like Jin right now, and he's getting all the frags. And the little bit of a mishap here and there. I mean, we see these great positionings coming in, and even rounds like this going completely sideways by a small mistake.
So it's just Sean's brilliance, you have to say. Having the perfect positioning to catch your opponents off guard like that. It's not an easy feat, and Sean, he made it look simple. I love it when you see it. And these plays, man, the way they were able to catch their opponents off guard, the trades being absolutely immaculate in the way that the holds come in, the timings also being spontaneous. That's what you would love to see. And again, Team Punish, this is where it all started. Kill to Zod again and again, him coming in clutch in every shape and form, setting up his team for kills, setting up himself for frags as well. There was no situation where you could have counted that man out, and he delivered. But Kazuya and the others, they played their hardest, and I have to say that Team Punished, even though they were not able to make it down through, they have won a lot of hearts and beyond, that's for certain.
Yeah, definitely, man. Especially Manan and Vibe. I love their play. And again, Manan was more of an impact player. We don't see the chamber popping off like we usually like to see. Maybe being the replacement for Jet in a lot of scenarios. He's not getting those crazy frags, but he's playing consistently. He's getting those operator shots in and making that weapon worthwhile. Instead, you have Vibe over here just dashing in, satcheling in his way into sight, doing the entry, and even if he's not getting frags, he's at least taking his team inside the site, and that's when the rest of the impact comes in. And Kel'Thuzad again, man, these players, the amount of impact when he gets more than one frag is just huge. Holding on to the backside where we counted him out for gone, we counted him out for dead, he was able to hold on and get more frags for his team's favor. And now we have the scoreboard to finish things off. Sean with a 22 and 20 KDA. Pretty much the same thing for Vibe, a little bit lower on the average combat score. But yeah, I mean, they were neck and neck pretty much the entire matchup. And we saw pretty similar stuff from them taking the lead, them taking initiative to do the entry, to find the opening frags, to do the entry frags. And the rest of the teammates supporting them with their utility. You know, Omen Paranoias, the KO utilities, the KO ultimates as well. Everything was there. Everybody used the utility to perfection, pretty much.
Yep. Nothing done wrong whatsoever. It was just so perfect to watch. And you have to give props to both of the team. None of them really played that badly. Yes, there were some mishaps here and there when it came down to the strategy and the timings of how they wanted to do things. But when a risk was taken, it was calculated, pure, calm, and collected. That is exactly how Valorant is meant to be played. And they were showcasing that prowess to the fullest. But honestly, Kirito, that's going to be the end for all of it. It was a hella long day. I didn't expect the last game to go down that far into the deep end. We started off with a stomp, and then right at the very end, we looked at two very incredible games coming in from four incredible teams, actually. Everything was done proper, and all of them move on down over to the round of 8. Today was the round of 16. Do not forget, ladies and gentlemen. And hey, we're getting one step closer to crowning our last two teams from qualifiers 2 who are going to be heading on down over to the group stages. But hey, we still have a lot more action for you, so make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and also hit that notification bell down below if you don't want to miss out on any of the action here at the Esports Club, because when the action starts, it never stops here at the home of the Indian esports. But as you're going to be down there checking out all the links down below, make sure to grab yourself a ticket for the LAN event that's going to happen. That's where the grand finals is going to occur. Also, a lot of other community cups as well for Valorant, and of course, other esports titles down the line. Plus, with a lot of booths for AMD Ryzen, of course, crucial if you want to get yourself a couple of sleek discounts from our sponsors. Everything's going to be there. Make sure to grab that ticket, and also grab a train ticket or a plane ticket as well if you're not in the country for the arena, because you don't want to miss out on any of that action. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive with Kyudo signing on off. Thank you all for stopping on by. Thank you all for giving us your time, and we're going to be back with you tomorrow with a lot more action for the AMD Ryzen with Windows 11 presents the Esports Club Challenger Series powered by Crucial. Good night and happy gaming, everyone.
From the legends of memory and storage, Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products, precision engineered for speed and stability. Crucial Ballistics.